There it is. Now we're voice live.
Voice live? What are we going to talk
Voice
about?
live indeed.
Well, none other than the free-to-play game.
Oh my god, no!
That's never going to come to Steam Store.
Yeah.
Even though it's been on
They're
the
gonna-
coming soon list for months now.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, this is something else. Okay, what is
No,
this?
it
this
is-
is
it's
Gun to
not.
Battle
It's
Operation
not
2.
something.
Oh, that's
Not
that.
something
Okay.
else. It's
Yeah.
the same thing.
No,
it's
I
out
thought he
on,
was going to be
just
referring
salty
to
about
the
it.
MDicky
It's
that
out
we
on
were just talking
PlayStation.
about. So,
Nope.
Nope.
No.
We're talking about Gun and Battle Operation 2.
Yeah.
'Cause that's
Look,
what-
Gundam Evolution came out and it was on PC and wasn't released on console. It's a weird thing. They're like, yes, it's doing well on PC. When are you going to release the console version? It's doing well on PC. Okay, so in the console version, it's doing well on PC. Okay, cool. What about Gundam Battle Operation 2? Is that going to be on PC? It's doing well on console.
oh my gosh.
Okay. I think straight up what it is they were like, yeah, we're gonna do it. And people are like, yeah, you have cross save implementation, right? So if I get on PC, I have all the stuff I already have, right? And they're like, oh, we didn't think about that. So it's like, yeah, no, I am not starting over. I have too many for a gotcha game. No,
Oh,
you don't,
yeah,
you don't want
definitely.
to start over.
No.
Absolutely not.
Look, even Call of Duty had cross stuff because I started the newest Call of Duty on PC for funds because it had the free to play mode, and then a average bear bought it for me for Christmas, I believe, because he is the bestest. No, it was before Christmas, my birthday. Probably.
Yeah, I hate gotcha hell, but you definitely never want to start over.
That's like
Yeah,
I wanna
the only
talk-
worse than playing a gacha game over and over again is having to play the same gacha game from start over and over again.
I want to talk bad about this game, but they also sponsor a lot of people, so I'm not going to mention it. But it's a game out that has a game that was mildly successful, or I'd say pretty successful. It's a gotcha game. They recently released another one, but all the characters look exactly the same.
Oh,
Just
are you
different
talking
setting.
about?
Talking about Genshin Impact.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
We could have got sponsored. I don't want to be on the record of talking bad about it.
Yeah,
like, oh, yes,
that would
do you
require them to actually watch our stuff.
Also,
Yes.
the bakery has played enough Genshin Impact to more than make up for you talking bad about it right now.
Snipe has played enough Genshin.
Listen,
I think
I
he
was
bankrolled their
trying
first
to be
order.
nice to Snipe.
I love
Like
Snipe, but that
looking
man
at
has
the bakery.
disposable income. I swear to God.
Plus,
Good for him.
Plus, look, all right, I'm taking the opposite tactic for how we get sponsors. Genshin Impact can suck my dick. I don't even care. It doesn't matter. It's not like they don't have enough money or support to turn a hater into a sponsor. They don't have the balls to turn a hater into a sponsor. I'll hate forever.
I like
it doesn't
this.
matter how many hundreds of dollars they pay us.
I like this tactic. I don't think it's going to be effective, but I enjoy it all the same.
I don't care if they think they
Lag,
can
so-
bargain down to dozens of dollars.
Dozens of dollars.
It lags, so I didn't get that far into it. So I'm
Mm.
grateful for that.
Look, I am
I
willing
did
to
never
talk
actually
good
try
about
it.
any game that has 4-player co-op, okay? Or co-op of any kind.
I do like co-op
Nah.
games.
That reminds me, when are
Hey-
you going to
hey,
get
Capcom.
Dokapon?
I don't know. They haven't even shipped it yet.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't know. They're taking forever. It's annoying.
What?
But Dokapon Kingdom.
The
For-
updated version for the Switch has
Oh.
a online co-op.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it only for
The Switch,
is it only
yes.
a physical copy or is
It's only physical. Yeah.
oh,
There's no
interesting.
digital
No,
copy.
there is a digital copy.
There wasn't one available at in the GameStop store.
That's
Oh,
true.
no, I mean, but I'm saying on the Switch store.
Yeah. I can't
Interesting.
buy a license from another place though. Yeah. Plus, I wanted a physical copy.
Yes.
That's true.
Because it's
Anyway.
just one of those games. I thought about getting the physical copy of Tears of the Kingdom, but
Yeah, good luck finding that.
Since I didn't pre-order it, I was like, I'm not going to sit here and wait for it.
I've remained mainly spoiler free. I've just seen people make genitalia out of the mechanics. Because
I
if you
don't
give
even
people
know
the
what
ability
you're
to build
talking
things,
about.
Like-
yeah, they
like
did.
put
I
things-
just for a second I was like, huh? Like,
If you give the people the ability to attach boulders and then cylinder objects, they're gonna
Yeah.
do it.
they're gonna make penises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna fight bosses with said penises.
Oh God.
Wow. Definitely
Um,
glad that I'm not touching it yet, and maybe we should go face live.
I know.
I mean, we can.
One spoiler I saw is that apparently is it Sidian? The
We're
Zora?
face live.
Oh, Face Live.
Face Live.
Sidon?
Zora Prince. Say it
Sidon?
again.
Sidon?
Yeah, I think it's
That apparently he has a fiance in this new one, and everybody was like,
Bastards.
"No, the romance between Link and Sidon."
I just realized what you were talking about because I was just not paying attention. I'll be
Like,
perfectly
first of
honest,
all, it's a
and Nobody
bromance.
said the word Legend of Zelda.
I don't
so I
know.
was like,
He
I don't know
kind
what's
of
happening.
comes on hard.
No,
He is.
look, Sidon he looks like, he's just a dude you look at him and you go, that guy fucked. Right?
He has big
But it
golden
doesn't-
retriever energy.
Yeah. I didn't get the chemistry thing that people were seeing with him and Link, and that's not even just hetero perspective.
Yeah,
like,
no.
I'm usually just like, there's some undertones here. I like what they're putting it down, but nah. It just seemed like he's just that dude. I'm happy for him if he has a fiance, as long as it's not an
Yeah.
arranged marriage, because those are bullshit.
Yeah. Anyway,
But
since we are face live, I guess I should start us with the recap.
Giselle, how dare you try to keep us on track?
Yeah.
You're not even
How
responsible
dare.
for that. But yeah,
No, I'm
I mean,
not.
we're 15 minutes in. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can get started.
It's just so easy to talk about video games and random stuff, though. That's
Also,
why-
jump in the Discord because we share memes in there, and
we do.
yeah,
They're pretty great. Like,
I did change the meme channel to age
Mature.
restricted.
yeah,
I did notice, and I immediately saw why. Oh,
Yeah, because the little comic strip thing that I found that I thought was just really funny. When I put it in there, I was like, I don't know how old all the people that come in here are. And when I first saw a portion of that comic, I was like, well, this is either funny or porn. And then of course I clicked on it.
Stuff can be two things.
And it could have been both, but I was just like, I hope it's funny, and then it was. So, but yeah, I realized if I had that thought, I was like, yeah, I probably don't want kids to see that, or at least to say that we did our due diligence in trying not to have kids see it by having a thing clickable by anyone pop up whenever you try to go into that chat. Because if children have any weaknesses, it's artificial
clicking on the
barriers.
things that they're not supposed to.
And by artificial barriers, I mean barriers that are not physical, not just. Yeah. Anyway, Giselle, go ahead with the recap because this won't end.
Yeah, that's true. I was about to say I didn't see Panda react to the Minotaur. You have the light comic, and I thought that was great in the meme channel.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It's because Sam can't see in the dark.
Mhm.
I was like, "What are you talking about?" I remember
yeah, I had
posted
seen that one before, but yeah, that was great.
Anyway, last time on Into the Storm. Long story short, we go over the exploded guy's remains, kinda. There's not really much to go over because he's gore and blood. So overall, Lamia manages to find accidentally a symbol, a ring actually, of the Fang. We find out later, from Eli's helpful little shadow friend that is not Mr. Alduin. But the symbol is broken, so there should be more to it. The kid's dad had worn one. I say kid, but it's just because he's a childish shadow. We don't actually know.
It could be an ancient eldritch being that is just luring us into a false sense of security to eventually consume our entire entities. But you
Exactly.
know, who knows? Whatever, man. Just call it a kid. It's fine.
I
Exactly.
wouldn't do that.
I would. 1000% would do that to you guys on Friday.
I wouldn't.
That's
Why would I
really
do
what
that?
O'Phillip is. Jokes on Snipe.
So, after Eli explained to us what the shadow says to him, Samuel notices, hey, there's something weird with the ring, and I guess he was right next to a cabinet, I believe. And after a bit of exploring and such, we figure out, oh, we can use the ring to get through this wall, which is the wall that the guy had put.
It's not a ring, by the way. It's a brooch.
A brooch, okay.
Mm-hmm.
We found that we can go through this wall that the guy had basically exploded by. So we go and we find the cellar for the mansion. Eli goes up and finds out that, yes, this is the entranceway. I mean, the ladder stairs up go to underneath the bed of the place that Sam had found way back when they were exploring the murder room. So Eli,
yes, the murder room.
The murder room. It's
Where murders
the
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like a room for murder, not a room that a murder was committed in. This room, this is where I murder people. Over here, this room is where we subject people to badly written TV, pilots. This room, you just go through the house of tortures. Like
Sometimes they run from one to the other. And
yeah, they voluntarily enjoy the murder room.
Anyway, so Eli basically alerts the guard there, who he scares, unfortunately. Poor scared guardy lot. And tells him, hey, go get yes, Regeki. And so he goes to do that, but spoiler, on his way there, another guard shows up to him and he's like, yeah, I'll go get her. And apparently that ends up being supposedly the guy that we were trying to chase, possibly the murderer. We're not 100% certain, but he gone, as far as we know. Because there was no really distinct look about him. He was wearing the uniform of the guard and awesomeness.
He was wearing awesomeness? That's fantastic.
I mean, he got away with murder. I mean, he could potentially get away with this murder. Yeah, so that's, I guess, kind of awesomeness for him.
For him, but not for us.
No, definitely not for
I'm
us.
not concerned about this man. I'm concerned about us.
Don't go to the murder.
And Regeki asks us to look down in the cellar some more to see if there's another way in. That way, if there was another way in, then perfect. If not, then oh shoot, bad stuff's happening and such like that. So we're a little tired, Eli especially. So he just runs around the rooms with the brooch, trying to find out if he can go through the wall or not. He does not succeed in finding it.
I definitely did not run, but
That's true.
More like lurch.
yeah, that is more accurate.
He did not succeed in finding any wall that he could go through besides the wall that we found we could go through in the first place. Samuel finds a lot of stuff. He finds a spyglass. I can't remember. Did it have basically like a detect magic thing on it?
I believe so. You can see faint magical.
Yeah. He found what he didn't know what it was, but he found a rifle and all kinds of other stuff. But
Yeah,
Panda
I knew
knew.
what it was.
Sam did.
Panda
Panda
knew,
knew.
yes.
Sam was like, "This is a weird club." It's got
No,
like
it was a
it's a
spear
club with a
spear that
spinning
with
thing
a
on
broken a broken head or something like that. But the one thing that I do want noted is there was a crate with a message on it that says to not release until the new moon and not before then.
I found that last session.
We don't know.
I
What?
mean, not last session, the session before last, but
No, that crate was last session.
okay.
Yeah, that note was.
Sure. I don't remember. That's why I asked.
It was a
I'll take your
5x5
word for
crate. It wouldn't normally hold the monster in it, but we don't know.
I mean, it would if it was in sub-assemblies.
And the crate was open before the new moon. Because it's 3 days before the new moon, as far as we know it. After exploring the crates and such like that, Sam and Eli go to sleep. Kazmira comes down and basically tries to help me as I try and do a further exploration, making sure everything's double checked and such. Lamia basically keeps falling asleep on her feet. They have a kind of nice moment, but the not so nicest is like, yeah, Lamal thinks we totally did it, and her defending us makes it seem like she's not defending her sister, and that's suspicious and shady and etc. Lamia has wonderful dream about a possible bunny rabbit that I could totally eat and destroy, and wake up from that nap with good old red eyes, and we go to bed after successfully not finding anything in the room.
He was too tired.
I was too tired.
Excellent, thank you. Anything anyone wants to add?
One more thing I did forget. Lamia from the explosion, Lamia can actually smell black powder. And she stated that, hey, yeah, this room smells like black powder. It's weird because it's only used for wartime stuff, according to my dad.
Sam has his way. It's gonna be recreational. No, what the? Like a true redneck. Explosions.
After that, you all did get a good night's rest, and we will cut over to the next morning. After you level up as well. Yes. So the next morning comes. Pretty bright and early. The manor is starting to be up and about. Seems a little bit more lively than it has been the last couple of days. It's not too late. You didn't get to sleep in as much as you might have thought you would before a couple of the housekeepers are lightly knocking on the door. You get the sense that because of just the volume of the knock, that it isn't the first time they've come by. Each of you pretty damn tired. You're up quite late. You had a very busy, very stressful day. Normally, waking up around 7, 8 in the morning. It's closer to 10 a.m. So you are well rested, but getting a bit of a later start than you might have wanted. Getting all your things together. Eli, one thing that you will notice when you get up is you still don't see Rahala.
Okay.
You don't remember her ever coming in.
Suspicious.
And she's not there now.
Morning, Sam. Did you sleep good?
I'm not in character.
I saw that pause of like, I'm gonna talk. Wait.
Yeah.
Tractor.
I'm not gonna be in character right now.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So maybe
Sam's not feeling well
as I'm going on. No, I'm sure Sam slept fine. I'm feeling great. Feeling good. Had a good night's sleep.
Nice
to get
thing
a start.
about playing TTRPGs with friends is we can pretend to be well-balanced people who get 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Right. Lamia goes to open the door because the knocking.
Well, yeah, I imagine you get up and let them know, hey, give us a minute, and they'll swing back around again. They don't seem exasperated or anything, but they're trying to move their day along as well. You guys can smell breakfast once you kind of gather into that hall where you normally go get food and everything. You just quick look around. There's not as many people in here. That's they probably all went through here a lot earlier. And again, no Rahala.
That's what my first question was going to be. I will mention it to these two. It's like, guys, keep an eye out for Rahala because I haven't seen her since yesterday.
Give me a minute.
Ish.
I start looking for size 11 footprints.
Size 11. Okay.
I don't know. That's my fear is someday if we get a fandom wiki for us, it's like, oh yes, all these characters, and they use the shoe size that I state as the characters.
Oh my god.
I don't think she'll be a size 11, but okay.
So
Hey,
you told
sometimes
us
people just got
Rahala's
big
missing.
feet.
She's a good swimmer.
One of them. One more time, Molly.
You said Rahala's missing.
I didn't say missing. I said I haven't seen her.
You haven't seen her. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe she's in the library.
That was a shrug. Just haven't seen her, so we should just keep an eye out for her. That's all I'm saying.
Have we asked if anybody working here has seen her? Any of the...
I just said I haven't seen her, so keep an eye out for her. I didn't say I asked 10 people. I didn't say I looked everywhere. I just said she didn't come back to the room. And she's not here eating food, so that's strange.
Reminder: does Sam know about the encounter between Lamia and Rahala?
I don't think anyone knows that I choked her out. I mean, I tried to choke her.
You didn't choke her out. That'd have been a different story.
Yeah, that would have been a different
Okay.
story. No,
Okay.
I don't think anyone knows the specific
You don't
of.
know
I
the specifics, just that they had some kind of encounter that scared Rahala.
Okay. That's not enough for me to ask, hey, did you have a dream? So that was just okay. Well, I'll just say okay. I might ask some people, see if they know what's up.
Okay. You do a quick round of asking some folks. You can give them a basic description. Some of them know who you're talking about, but they're like, no, haven't seen her recently. I saw her yesterday, but it was earlier in the day. Some of them, give them a description. They're like, no, I haven't seen anybody like that. Not, at least not for a couple of days. I remember they're coming in with you guys. But no one seems to know exactly where she's been until, just even asking a few people. The latest anyone saw her was around noon yesterday.
Okay.
Did we see her before we did the mission? I mean, the mission of scouting out the murder room?
Did you see her before that? Yes.
Okay. So, to us, we've at least seen her around nighttime.
Well, how long before? Because that was a pretty vague way of asking that. Did you see her afternoon yesterday? Did you see her afternoon yesterday? Is that what you're asking?
No, so my last memory was the last time I remember seeing her is when they came back from the murder room and we found the eye.
That is the last time.
Okay, that is the last time.
Mhm.
All right. But that was still around nighttime, so.
So far, what you can deduce is you were the last people to see her.
Oh, good. That's always great.
Unless, I mean, you can spend more time asking around about it if you want to, but we're going to get into diplomacy rolls and rolling hours passing at that point.
Well, I'm
I
worried.
will use my ability to be affable and ask people really quick if she could have left and cut down the time that we're going to spend doing this.
That will cut it in half. Who's going to aid?
Not me. My charisma. Oh wait, I do have a +1 to my charisma.
This is a diplomacy check, so it's more about skill than the ability score.
I don't have diplomacy, so it is an ability score.
Me neither.
Alrighty. Well, which one of you is going to aid? You just got to beat a 10.
It's gonna be her.
Okay.
My rolls have been kind of garbo.
Did not beat a 10. So
Nope.
Lami is there too. Go ahead and roll
Lami
diplomacy.
is there too. Nice.
Looking awkward as hell.
That's okay. I also rolled a 5.
You did also roll a 5. Does that have your bonus from affable in it already? Your +1?
No, I don't think it does. No, let me check. I get +2, and no, it doesn't.
Huh. Okay. Can you boop affable?
Yep.
I'm assuming it must be a specific thing. +2, yeah, to gather information. That's right.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
why it's not included. So that's actually a 16 because this is to gather information. And then roll me 1d4 and we'll round it down. So instead of 4 hours, it takes 2, which is pretty good. Okay, so you actually start kind of going around the manor, checking out on the grounds, asking some of the gardeners and some other people that are there. Excuse me. Let's see. Nobody outside seems to have seen her. None of the people that you see have typically worked out there seem to have seen her. You're still kind of picking up that same lead that Sam got about the noon kind of time frame. Until you run into... excuse me. You run into Volga. While she's working. And... let's see, I think it was Lami. I think you got the physical description of Volga, so you recognize her as the person that was described to you as trying
being
to
on our
lead
side.
conversations away from you guys being suspicious.
Yeah.
You recognize that as the person. I'm assuming. Well, either way. So you walk up, you just kind of ask her some questions about it, and she says, see, Rahala, I did talk to her yesterday. I can't remember around what time it was. Near sundown? No. I did run into her later. It was on the stairs, leading upstairs. I think she wanted to go into the second floor study and asked me some stuff about it, if things were off limits or something was locked, that kind of thing, and just told her not to touch anything that she hadn't been told she could. But it's not really my... I'm not really the person to ask. I told her she should talk to Rugeki. And then all of that craziness happened later, so... but I saw her going up that way, and I don't think I've seen her since.
In my very best Colonel Mustard, to the study! And then we all run as a group. Study. And somebody in a maid outfit, and Tim Curry was there.
Lamia will say, perfect, thank you so much.
Of course. I hope
I didn't do it.
So you guys head to the upstairs study. And... un momento. There it is.
You're absolutely right, Lawless. Bless Tim Curry.
Yeah, Tim Curry's
Hey, Lawless. Welcome. And yes, bless Tim Curry. Let's see. So you make your way to the upstairs study. Kick open the door. Goes flying off its hinges. Pieces of wood exploding into the room. There's a bunch of ninjas in there.
Who
Shrapnel
kicked
kills
it? It
them.
definitely wasn't me if it splintered into a whole bunch of pieces and stuff. Eli does not have Major League door kicking abilities.
Insert that picture of Phineas and Ferb's sister going, holy shit.
That would be Candace. But yes. What? I like Phineas and Ferb.
I'm not judging. I'm just...
Octopus?
So now you enter.
Doofenshmirtz is a great dad. That's all I gotta say. He's
There's
bad super.
there's
We
one
enter.
person in there,
One person in there.
and they look as surprised to see you as you are probably not to see them, because it's a study and most people are allowed to go in here. So, but they look kind of startled when you enter. They're just like, hey, sorry, I was looking for cookbooks. Do you guys know cookbooks?
Do
you
I
immediately
not
notice one?
of
They're a
cookbooks?
foreigner.
Yes.
They appear to be Gansang. And their Ulis is not very good. It's cookbooks.
I have
Cookbooks.
Granny's recipe. She wrote down how to make breakfast gravy.
Oh. So this is good.
Look at
Good.
what book is he
Speak.
holding?
Yeah, is he holding a book?
He is indeed holding a book. The book appears to be about the history of the eastern region of Gurga. But there's an image of what appears to be like a brazier on it that is there's like fire like kind of surrounding it in a ring. So it like almost looks like a cook pot, but you can tell it says the land where fire was born across the top.
Can I assist this man to try and find?
Nah, mate. This isn't a cookbook. This is a history book.
And Sam, as he's saying that, you're trying to do what?
Can I help him find? Can I look for a cookbook here somewhere?
Yeah, absolutely.
If there is one. Try and help this man out.
In this case, this isn't a true library.
Suspicious, but yeah.
So this is just gonna be a perception check.
Perception.
Yeah, I'm kind of suspicious too.
He does look really let down. It's just a flat perception. But he looks really let down when you tell him it's a history book, and he you see him like turn it over to look at the cover, like looking at the thing, and he kind of tilts his head. He goes, "Oh, I see this now."
This is a bit, but our books are made of paper. Yes, they're bound with paper.
Yes,
Paper-
they are indeed.
Comes from wood, and wood comes from trees.
No!
Will this count as a forest?
No.
I'm
not
gonna put a moth
forest,
in my
man.
room.
22.
Apparently, Molly's room counts.
I thought you were gonna use the book for cooking for a second there, and I was gonna be like, because you just go like,
Oh,
I mean,
it's a
technically every
cookbook.
book's a cookbook because you can use it to start the fire.
Now it is cookbooks.
That's not wrong.
That's where I thought you were going.
But yeah, you find a couple of cookbooks actually with that roll, especially pretty quick too. Like within a couple of minutes, you find like one that's just titled it's just titled "Our Grandmother's Cooking," but it's obviously like a leather bound like published book. It's not like somebody just wrote stuff down and then put it on a shelf. And then you find another one that says "Traditional Cooking of the Hearths."
I'll grab that one. I'll grab both and kind of hand those to him. Well, yeah, there's two.
So
Yes.
can I tell this? I can tell this guy's a foreigner. I can tell this guy's like Gonsong probably.
Mm-hmm. You can tell he's got a song. He's got the kind of swarthy skin, dark hair. You can see like the ring-shaped birthmark on his finger.
So real quick, mate, what are you like doing here?
Looking for a
Oh,
cookbook.
travel. Friend knows the Markham. Knows them. Said I could stay. I got here this morning. In the morning, and the breakfast good. So, I wanted cheese.
Stays. I think
Understandable.
You mean, never mind. I don't know what I mean.
I will lean
He's, like,
to
squinting.
Eli in a conspiratorial way. I said, "Are we telling him that somebody was murdered here recently?"
We don't need to tell
Is he
him.
being truthful,
anything.
Patrick?
You can roll sense motive.
Yes.
Has
My
that advantage?
terrible-
I
terrible
refuse
sense
to
motive.
roll sense motive anyway.
Yeah, my terrible sense motive.
That's why I refuse to roll sense motive. Hey, that's one. That's one for Molly.
That's
Yeah.
One for Molly.
Nobody voted
We
for
have
me,
to actually
so-
keep track of this now.
Yep.
For Giselle. So Lamia, you're
It
examining.
upsets me
you're
because I'm
trying to-
actually the one putting points in it.
You're a little suspicious of this guy, and as you watch him, it becomes very clear what the hell is wrong with this man. He is a snail. I'm kidding. He's not a snail.
Are you sure?
But there is one crawling along the spine of the book that Sam just handed him. Very tiny little snail. This one has... it kind of looks like... almost like it's made of really fine gravel. Like dark grays and blacks and like kind of light gray colors and stuff. Like this cobbled look to it. and the body is a kind of reddish brown, like almost a brick red color.
Okay, cool. Go on. I'm sorry. I interrupted someone either speaking or asking a question.
No, I was asking Eli if we should tell this guy that there is recently a murder here.
No.
Okay.
I don't think we should. I don't think that's our place to tell people that.
Okay.
Guys are
sir.
whispering between each other. He's kind of like squinting. You can tell he can't tell what you're saying. Looks to you, Lamia, very quickly.
Did you happen to see somebody else
Smack
in this
him
room?
the face, apparently.
The moth. There's a moth in my room.
I am not the moth. No, okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Did you happen to see somebody else when you came in the study today?
Morning?
Mm-hmm.
Early morning. The person.
So you saw someone early in the morning?
The shape. And he points at, like, when Sam does, like, the hourglass shape thing, he points at Sam and says, yes,
Like
saw her.
a lady, yeah.
Yes, very pretty lady.
Y'all don't tell her I did that.
I will playfully punch Sam in the arm.
Raleigh, I think?
Right, mate, close enough, mate.
Yes, was here, was back there, like, points to, like, the back of the study and kind of, like, shrugs. I didn't see her leave.
Alright. Well,
He,
then.
like, walked over there, is, like, looking around and says, lady? Looks back at all of you, but he looks kind of alarmed. I was looking, book, so this is their cheese. He's like, walks over, finds a seat, and sits down. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hopefully that book is not in Ulu's, because then he's not going to be able to read it. Anyways,
Just, like, squinting at it, like, very
sir,
slowly going over
excuse
letters.
me, real quick. She'll pick up the snail from the spine of the book and just put it on the ground. There you go, little buddy. Okay.
Bug.
Close enough.
Also close. It's a gastropod, but like we don't need to get into that.
There's not even like an Ulis word for gastropod.
Yeah, that's a tertian word that everybody looks at me when I say.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Escargot.
Escar, stop.
Honestly, it's probably just it's probably a fucking Thule word that you just like said with a with an accent.
Very strong tertian accent, yeah.
Yeah, I understand that.
So Lame will head over to where he was looking at. Is there like any walls or anything?
You walk back there. It's literally like a small, like the end of that room, basically. So you see a couple of corners. There's 2 bookshelves, maybe 5 feet away from the walls, and then there's like the aisle you walk down to get over there. But just wall. There's like a stool in one of the corners, potted plant.
Hey, who has the brooch right now?
Who found it? Oh,
I mean, I had it last when we were exploring the rooms, but I'm trying to see if I still have it. I don't see any. I didn't give it away, right?
Well, no,
It's
I
either
think
or
you would have
Lamia
given
had
it
it.
to me last
She was
night
still
since I
searching.
was.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
you were still searching. So yeah, you've got it.
Okay, okay. So Lamia is gonna take the brooch out, just and see if any of the wall or something seems like it could go through it.
So you walk over and start just kind of pushing it against the different walls.
Mm-hmm. Nope. Okay, cool. Lamia will hand the brooch over to Eli for safekeeping. Alright, I just wanted to...
How tall is Lamia?
She is 5'10".
Okay, just checking. I didn't want to pull up your sheet.
That's fine. Okay. I just wanted to check if that guy hadn't really seen her disappear. Then that might have been a reason, but it's entirely possible she walked out sometime and he just didn't notice.
Can I do a? Are there any sconces that are crooked in the area? No.
There are no sconces in the study.
Okay. Can I do a general look around to see if anything seems out of place? I know that's really broad, but
That is incredibly broad.
Yes, please give me is anyone else doing anything before I have him roll out?
Yes, I would like to specifically search for, like, the eye.
Okay.
Your
That is a
headphones
good
effing up?
search.
you got caught on something unplugged, didn't it?
No, it's dying, so
Oh.
Oh.
and I
Oh,
was
is
trying
it
to figure out how to
wireless?
plug it in, yeah. But okay. Looking for the eye thing.
Mm-hmm.
If looking for stuff out of place, Eli, anything.
Well,
He's going to be
so
looking for
she-
love in all the wrong places.
Oh, I already do that. She was looking for stuff with the brooch specifically in the sides already.
Went and, like, pressed it against the walls is what
Okay.
she said, yeah.
I'm gonna
You could
use
do a
it
more
on.
thorough search.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna do that, but I'm just gonna go through the shelves specifically to see if anything with it reacted with the shelves in any way.
Okay.
But also, I will check the walls more thoroughly, I suppose, after I do the shelves.
All right. Sam, perception check, please.
Perception.
Nice.
Nice.
A perception check, please.
Ooh, I don't know what this song is, but
This is the Ruins soundtrack.
yeah.
Nice.
So, Sam. You look around for stuff that's out of place. And then one thing you do notice, in fact, pretty quickly, is you kind of go back to where you had, excuse me, where you'd moved those, where you found those two books. The two cookbooks for that guy. And you kind of vaguely remember, like you left that space and like one of the books kind of fell over into the other one. And when you look back there, they're all straight. And moreover, like kind of checking through all of these shelves, nothing seems out of place. Like that all kind of corrects itself. Excuse me. At least placement-wise. But once you work your way back to that back area where everyone is looking around right now, looking at those shelves, probably going a little bit ahead of Eli since you know he's coming behind, messing with the brooch. You do notice so like when you like first walk back, because you walk down an aisle between shelves, get back here to this space, turn to your right, so that shelf there. When you look through that, you see like kind of on the top shelf, you feel that like the upper shelves, some of these books are older. There's like kind of actually a little bit of dust, not a lot of dust, just a bit from this being an old space.
Sure.
And you notice that like when you kind of face it, you notice that some of the dust is kind of rubbed off of one of the rungs of the bookshelf. Like this like small like space is just sort of just like a little bit rubbed, like the dust is rubbed off a little in like the bottom of those books. And on that very top shelf, you see a slight bit of dust rubbed off of a kind of thick red book sitting up there.
This is gonna be the sconce thing all over again.
Yeah.
It would,
First of all,
to reach it, you'd have to get on your tiptoes, and even then, because you see how tall is Sam? He's like what, 5'4"?
Oh shoot, Ellie is here.
5'7".
5'7". Yeah, 5'7".
Hi, Ellie.
Hey, it's Ellie. Dude, 5'7".
Thoughts.
So yeah, you'd have to
I'll
get on
let
your
you
tiptoes a
show.
little bit, but you can reach it.
Okay. I do before I start messing with it. I take a copper piece out and I kind of place it there so I know if I start disrupting all the dust, I know exactly where it was.
Okay, makes sense.
Doing the golf trick of like, oh yes, the ball was here. Just a marker because I don't have chalk or charcoal or anything on me. But yeah, I'll see if I can get that red book up top.
Okay. So while you're doing that, we'll come back to it. Lamia, you are looking for an eye. Now you have pulled out some of these books. You're like move the little stool and stuff that's there. Checked on some of the shelves. Maybe like starting off moving behind Eli, but he was like taking a little too long, so you moved ahead of him. Because he's got to like press it to stuff and like try a bunch of different things. He's not just like, is this thing here? No. So you end up moving ahead of him. You check some of the ones over there where Sam is, but he seems to be discovering something, so you kind of leave that spot alone. Once you get to the same bookshelf Sam's looking at, you get over to the side of it, and there's just a little bit of space between the wall and the bookshelf. And you kind of lean over there. You think you might see something, but that space is a little too dark. You use your cap. So you flick your cap or whatever you do, lights up. You're able to like kind of peer over, and you can see one of those eyes behind the bookshelf, or between the bookshelf and the wall.
Okay, so there's another one here too.
As you're discovering that, and Sam is reaching for this book, Eli.
Yep.
As you're poking at stuff with this brute, moving some books out of the way, poking the books, poking the shelf, nothing's really standing out, and you're starting to kind of get that feeling of like, okay, this is probably useless, but I gotta do all of it. Like, I don't think it's gonna go anywhere, but I gotta do the whole thing. You like shove some books aside, and you press the brooch to like kind of the inside of the shelf, slide back and touch the back of it, and you hit your face on the shelf because your arm goes straight through the back of it, and you just against the side. It actually feels like it sticks to something, and you hear a click. Sam, right as you grab that book on the top shelf, you hear that same click. Probably look over, realizing it came from where Eli is. That book slides partially off of that shelf, gets stuck. And then the whole bookshelf starts to swing towards you. Pretty much on a path to squish you and Lamia against the wall while she's over there looking for that eye. Doesn't swing super fast, so obviously you have a chance to like maneuver your way out of the way of that. Do you try to like, see if you can pull the book off, or do you leave it?
Oh, yeah, I'm pulling that book off.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Ain't nothing that's gonna be partially
All right.
moving, gonna be
It's gonna be a
partially
natural 20
moving.
again, so you can squish that book.
No.
Oh, it wasn't,
So-
but okay.
Hugging at this book up there, you can tell it's not budging, Lamia. Eli, with your arm all the way through this bookshelf, like your face is kind of squished against it, what are you doing? Because it feels like you can't quite pull the brooch back, or it might take a lot of effort.
Well, first I'm going to say, ow, and then
You see that bookshelf slowly swinging over. I'll also tell you, as you're watching it, you see the other side of it still looks like a bookshelf, but you can see that the books are slowly rearranging themselves.
is it okay? So it's moving. It's just moving towards them.
Yeah, like it's like pivoting. So it's like kind of like turning like this. And Sam is on this end of it, and Lamia is also behind it. So it's kind of
feel like-
doing this
Move!
sandwich motion.
Yeah,
Well, you see
You guys
Sam
need to-
like, hugging
you
this
guys need to
book.
move.
So he's just yelling at you guys. So, Lamia, do you just get out of the way, or are you going to try to help Sam? What are you doing?
Well, he looks like he's stuck too, right?
Sam? I mean, maybe he looks like it. Eli looks like he might be stuck, but you can't tell.
Oh, okay. Well, he's saying move. So, Sam, do you need help?
I'm trying to get this. No, I give up.
You can make another check. It's closing slowly enough that like I'll tell you if you're about to get crushed, right? It's not moving super fast.
I'm gonna try again, and if this does not succeed, I'll probably move. Or I try and do the Indiana Jones, or not Indiana Jones, trash compactor on whatever
Oh my god.
level, and I try and like brace, but no, I'm not.
Garbage level.
Garbage level.
Yeah, I don't know.
All garbage compactors on the detention level.
Sam said no, so Lamia will move out of the way.
Okay, so just step out from behind that bookshelf. So it's an 11. Put your foot on the shelf. It's not coming off. You're now getting to the point where you're gonna have to like maybe squeeze out of here a little bit, but you think you've got just enough leverage. You can maybe give it one more try, but if you fail that, it's going to take a save to get out. Or you can try to like compact yourself to where it just like closes and traps you.
I'm okay.
So it's up to you.
Oh hell, why not? Why am I not here if not to try and break things with strength checks?
Man, it's almost like you have a stronger person that offered. Hey, do you need help?
He's pretty strong. 19. So it's 3 tries. That second one, it felt like this shit was stuck fast. So this third one, you don't know if it can be taken out of there, but you give it all you've got anyway. It comes like shunting out of this thing. It actually feels almost like it was pushed out of the socket. You go sailing back. You actually smack your head against the wall from the force of it. You're going to take 1d4 damage. Take 4 points of bludgeoning damage. And when you land, at first you think there's like, that a bunch of books also fell off the shelf and landed on you. But it turns out it was Rahala. So you just came sailing out of that same spot.
Heck yeah!
Mini Rahala.
No, what?
Like lands on you, like holding onto the spine of the book. Like, oh, Sam, it's so good to... Shit! She like, starts running. Looks like her hands are stuck to this book. It starts running away from like where the fucking bookshelf is closing.
Yeah. Is my hand also stuck to the book?
Your hands are not stuck to the book.
Okay.
But I'll say, like, if all you're gonna do is like get up and get out of the way, you can easily scramble out since you didn't.
How many other books can I pull off this stage? I'll scramble.
So you move, get out of the way.
I'll make like an egg and scramble.
It closes flush against that wall. By now, the dude you guys met a minute ago is kind of peering around. And he's just watching, just like this confused look on his face. And you guys step out from over there, looking a little haggard, and there's like a tiny person with you.
Oh, she's small.
Yeah, she's small. She's actually tiny. She's actually tiny sized.
Okay.
Like a house cat sized.
Oh, like her
her trick.
Her spell?
Yes.
Okay.
She's not wearing her usual dress. She's wearing what appears to be some kind of sash that she has wrapped around herself and tied off.
In response to the thumbs up, dude, Lamia would be like, yeah, I think we're okay. Thanks.
He's like pointing at Ra, like, you found her. She's different.
She can do that.
Yeah. It's a thing I can do.
Where are your clothes?
Fuck, I think I left them.
Am I still stuck in the wall?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Unless you've let go of the brooch or tried to pull it out by now.
No. God, why would I do that? If anything, I'm trying to crawl into the wall space more.
Are you?
Yes.
Once you see that they're okay?
Yes.
Oh,
they're
good.
Fine. So yeah,
like feet kicking. So you see they're okay. You immediately start trying to crawl into this space. Rahala's just kind of like trying to catch her breath and sort of points, and she sees his like feet moving. And Eli, you are getting through. You don't know where you're going.
no,
Because even though you have dark vision, you still can't quite see ahead of you. It actually, like, because first of all, your hands, because you're just sort of stuck in this position, and you can see some faint bits of like what looks like just between bookshelves, just wood pushing backward. You get all the way in to the point where like your feet finally go between the shelves, and you kind of start pushing off with your toes a little bit to like start crawling through. You still can't see the end of. You don't know where this fucking goes. Because even though this one hand is like stretched forward, it feels like it's stuck to something. Like you can't see what it's touching. It doesn't look like it's actually attached to anything. But whenever you crawl forward, whatever that force is goes with you. But when you try to go backward, it's stuck.
that's less than good.
So I'm assuming you keep crawling.
Oh, of course. The only way backwards is forwards.
Lama, you watch him and Rahala here. I'm gonna go grab something to cover her up. Take off out of the room too. I'm trying to think of where clothes are that are hers.
You know where her room is.
Yeah.
She has clothes.
I'll run in there, and if I don't find anything that she can wear, I'll just grab a bedsheet, and that's good enough, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah. I'll run into
So you run off to go do that real quick while Eli is crawling into a bookshelf. Lamia, would you like look over to see if you can see him? You don't.
Mm-hmm. I don't see
a
him.
shelf.
Okay.
Yep. Does he know what he's doing?
Probably not. I mean, he told us to move.
Oh no. I hope he doesn't end up where I was. I have no idea how that happened. I was just looking for stuff, and I thought I saw something like shiny in one of the books, and I reached for it and I just sort of like fell in.
That's odd. I guess maybe that's why you might have been told not to touch something you weren't told to touch.
I didn't know I wasn't supposed to. I just thought maybe it was like a silver piece or something.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's fair.
So Eli, you're still crawling. It's getting a little cramped, a little uncomfortable. Just because you can't like stand up or move or anything. You've been crawling for a little while now. Finally, you see something, a wall, and touch the thing to it. It doesn't go through. It kind of just looks like the back of a bookshelf, like that you've reached. Sort of look to your right as best you can, past your own arm. It does look like it keeps going to the right, even though it shouldn't. Like there shouldn't be enough space. But then again, you crawled for like a full minute and a half. That shouldn't have happened. So there is some kind of space here. It's just you can't quite see far enough to like see the ends of it and where it goes. And the brooch seems to be stuck to this thing. Even if you like briefly let it go or like take a finger off or something, it doesn't seem to move. It just seems to like be plastered there.
Rahala, do you have any idea, like, about, I guess, tales or whatever about disappearing into bookshelves?
I mean, there's all sorts of stories and things like that, but I mean, nothing that fits this specific criteria, right? It's just sort of is what it is. I really hope he comes back with clothes soon. I think the spell's going to wear off.
I'm gonna whip out one of my daggers and try and pry this thing off the wall.
So you start kind of jabbing at it and see if you can get it to come up. It actually, as you're doing that, it does feel like it's kind of partially embedded into the wood. But after enough work, you are able to like kind of pull some, like, just even like the wood grain and stuff out with it, and it comes off. Doesn't seem like it's being pulled anywhere anymore.
Okay. I will.
Oh,
Ha-ha! Now how do I get out?
let me move, I guess, us to a corner that he won't be easily spotted.
Sam, you're able to find some spare clothes of hers, some pants and blouse and some other things. So you're able to run those back up.
How badly do they match for an outfit? I just want for
probably not what she would pick, but
Okay.
you know,
But they're both red. That one's scarlet. First of all,
right?
God, how pretentious. Blood orange. Sorry.
Crimson
So-
Lightning. It's another thing.
Oh no, she's gonna be dressed as Char Aznable.
Or Quattro Vagina.
Yeah, but so how are you planning to get out? You just gonna backwards crawl, or are you gonna try to explore?
You know what? I'm gonna try and explore. Why not? And not very often you find yourself stuck in a bookshelf.
Fucking inchworming around this liminal space here. I'm assuming you're probably like following this back wall, so you can at least keep some measure of bearings.
Yes, I would like to stay at least close to a thing.
So you start crawling, and give me a perception check.
All right. Hey, this character has 2 eyes.
Nice. A 7.
That was almost an 18.
So you're crawling for a while. And, frankly, for a weird extra-dimensional space between bookshelves, this place is kind of boring. You're not really running into anything. You can't stand up. It doesn't even like have a
snail.
good echo. And as you're like crawling around, like hoping that eventually you'll hit another wall or something, so you can like find a corner, you hear a familiar voice of your little shadow buddy say, "We're being watched."
I do the instinctive thing when someone tells you you're being watched, where I try and look around, but I'm in a very tight space, so it's just
So you kind of look around and you look back behind you. He is not wrong.
Oh,
At the
snap.
edge of your dark vision, you can see in the darkness just a pair of human-like eyes staring at you from it. They don't seem to move, they just seem to watch you.
I'm not going to say anything or react. Like, I'm going to pretend like I didn't see it, because the last thing that stuff watching you wants to know is that it knows you're watching it.
So, right as you're thinking, like even having that thought to yourself, the voice says, "Pretend we didn't see it."
Just, yeah.
Just put it out of your mind.
Mm.
Keep crawling.
Pancakes, puppies. It's just like really positive things. Going back to sleep.
It's otherwise just very quiet. Do you keep crawling, or you just kind of stay there and hope you get good news after a few minutes?
Oh no, I definitely keep crawling. Always forward.
Okay. It's still watching. It's following us. You hear a creak behind you. And a sound like very faint, soft laughter. As soon as you tune your ears to it, it seems to stop with a hushed, a little gasp. Faintly, you do think you can hear whatever that is breathing. Also, you think you see another boundary up ahead. Maybe another 15 feet. Crawling. But it's really difficult to tell space here. You finally reach that corner if you continue going.
Yeah.
You you turn off to the right and start heading
Yeah,
that
I'm
direction.
gonna follow the wall, I guess, wherever
Okay.
I run into, trying to get out, but just not going backwards.
Okay. Are you going to try to hurry, or are you just going at normal speed?
I will try and crawl with at least a little bit of, spring in my not step, but you know what I mean. Like I'm not.
Inching your worm.
Yeah,
The
I'm not being
closest way
languid.
he could skip.
I'm not like, oh shit, I gotta go. But I'm also, it's like nonchalant hurry, where it's like, oh, I'm gonna try and go faster, but not make it look like I'm trying to go faster.
Like a baby army crawl.
You start
Sure.
going.
I go fast.
You can see, kind of to your right, especially because you have the dark vision, you see what appears to be impenetrable darkness seem to like creep into your line of vision until you can't quite see anything to your right. And then something blinks right next to your face. I know you're not going to look at it. I'm pretty
Eyes
sure
forward.
it's a pair of eyes.
Eyes forward.
Thankfully, at the speed you're crawling, it doesn't take too long until you can kind of see, you can just sort of like faintly see the, what you think is the back of the shelf that you entered in. Though the sound of that breathing is real close. It's kind of like on your neck now. Whatever this little darkness thing is doesn't really have, personal boundaries or anything like that. It's
Yeah.
awfully close.
It's personal space.
It's also not warm like a living being. It's almost like it's sapping heat. And the further you go, the more noticeable that phenomenon is. Please roll me a fortitude save.
All right. Hurrah! Best roll of the night. Thank you. I thought I was gonna flip over to that 3, and I was like, if I could roll above a 5, but it stayed on the 17, so we good.
You manage to shrug off the chill. It seems like it just cuts through, right through the skin, the muscle, right into the bones. You know enough, this isn't normal cold. This is something supernatural. In fact, you're quite convinced this is more the chill of negative energy than it would be actual temperature drop. Though
Instead
you
of
do
toilet
see-
ghosts, it's bookshelf ghosts.
Though you do see a kind of puff of your own breath in front of you as you crawl. So maybe it's a mix of both.
That's not good.
But you do make it back to the front, hold out the brooch, and you feel open air as you stick your hand out and begin making your way out from between the two shelves. Something grabs your hand as you're leaving your other hand, the one that's not holding the brooch.
Okay.
Eli peeked his mic.
Cat.
It's a cat. Yeah, it's definitely a cat. Ma, this weird looking cat outside. Anyway, something just grabs your head. Eli shrieks, and you hear a voice sounding way too close to your ear that just says, "Don't forget me." Slips away. You were released. I assume you were still kind of pulling against this, so you probably go like a rubber band snapping, just like fly out of the fucking
Hands, feet, tumble around.
yeah.
Pop up. Dust
Several
myself off.
books come off the shelf.
Well, that was wild.
That one didn't even tell you its life story.
Luckily for me.
But do we see him tumbling out?
Oh yeah, you do
Okay.
see him. He comes straight out from between the shelves. A bunch of books get like knocked over. By now,
I assume I'm back with the
Sam, you're back with the clothes.
I have given it to.
Yeah, she
Place the
left
near
for-
Rahama. Yeah.
She would have left for a second and changed, come back, normal size. And yeah, so by the time he's done with that is when Eli comes popping out. they'll probably like help you up to your feet and everything. Yeah, you otherwise feel normal. A little shaken up, a little dusty,
Yeah.
but fine.
You two okay?
Dude. I look around.
For hollow waves.
Oh, hey, we found you.
Yes.
Bookshelf.
We. Yes.
About that, did you see it too?
The creepy eyes that talk to me? Yeah, that? Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Making sure. It's good. Did it talk to you?
I think so.
Creepy eyes.
Yeah, there was
Oh,
some
yeah, there was
creature
some,
in
like-
there.
Eyeballs and some breathing.
Creepy eyes. Watching.
They were definitely watching me.
It's quite chatty, that one.
It
At
definitely
least
grabbed me.
while I was in there. How long was I in there?
Well, we
It
don't know
was
when
like
you left last
12
night.
hours probably, based on whenever you got lost last night. Oh, no, you got lost in the morning, right? Was it in the morning still? Because that bloke, I point like wildly to the man, said he saw you this morning, so it's currently morning.
He looks
So
confused.
I look at my imaginary watch. Some amount of time.
I don't know who that is.
Oh,
I came up here at
I-
night.
I lean over conspiratorially. Well, apparently he fancies you. Anyways, and then I lean down.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know who you are.
He doesn't
He
speak
just
good English.
gives a
Don't
thumbs
worry
up.
about it. Yeah.
So he seems pretty into this book at this point. It's like he heard like the crash or whatever. He was like, it doesn't involve me.
He's
Figure out
that
how
guy
he
who's
made
like
that post.
sitting on the bus reading a book while people are fighting. It's like, not my problem.
And she's like, no. I didn't leave in the. I was here at night because, truth be told, I was gonna like sort of spend some time in here, looking around, and I was gonna see if I could get into the other study that I'm not supposed to be into, but I didn't quite get that far.
Okay.
I sort of like
Well,
fell into whatever that was.
it's like, again, I look at my background watch. Past noon. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's past noon now.
That doesn't make any sense.
We found a secret basement hole. You missed all about that. And a trapdoor under the murder room. And
Man exploded.
yeah, a bloke exploded.
But how did someone see? I wasn't here this morning.
Oh, I don't know. That guy said he saw you this morning. He described you
Sir.
pretty well.
She walks over. Yeah, that's the description.
Yeah.
The only description.
Very good description.
That he got. That he was like that. But,
Yeah.
So she actually walks over to him. She goes, "Hey, excuse me, sir. You said you saw me this morning?" And he's like, yes. This morning you were over here. Books. I was looking for cookbooks, like this. So
Swalk
I
over
asked
the book
about
right side up.
cheese.
It's upside down. It's like,
And she's just
There you
shaking
go,
her
mate.
head. And he's like, "No, we spoke. And she's kind of squinting at him. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't get much sleep. I'm sure you're a lovely person. Enjoy your book." And she looks back at you guys and shakes her head. "I wasn't here."
What did she say?
do you think that being inside? Yeah, what did you say? But do you think that being inside that made like a doppelganger thingy of you out here in the functional space when you were in the like,
Can we
not
do it again?
so dimensionally
I really hope not.
yeah, I'd rather not.
Two saves.
It tried to steal this though, and I pull out the brooch and I show it to her really quick. Well, it maybe didn't try and steal it. The wall tried to steal it from me.
Paul tried to steal it.
Well, I was trying to steal the
Not
brooch.
in the wood.
And you also asked, like, what did she say? And the guy says, no, I asked about cheese, and books, the cookbooks, and she said, you made fun of my Ulis, which I thought was funny. You said, "Oh, we're speaking Ulis," and I said, "I am trying," and we laughed. And she just kind of goes, obviously has no memory of this.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I am making uncomfortable. Sorry.
No, mate, you're fine.
No, we left. She hadn't seen the cooking and said she was looking for something else. And so I came to look for my things and then didn't see her.
And that was this morning, right? Just double checking.
It's 3-4 hours ago?
Okay. Cool. Just
Hours? He's like looking for a clock.
Yeah.
Big minute.
Yeah, you're good, mate. Yeah. It's fine. Yeah, thumbs up. Right.
All right, I know I botched it the first time when I was studying if he was being honest, but can I have another chance to see if I think he's being honest?
Sure. You may roll with a -4.
-4.
Can I, like,
so that's a
butcher
-1 essentially.
Sure.
Okie dokie in Gonsong? It's all okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. Just absolutely butcher it.
Oh.
So don't speak that way.
Man, that would have been a good roll if it wasn't a -4.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's hard to tell. You don't know if it's just because the language barrier is making it even harder to read him.
Mhm.
But you don't feel like he's being disingenuous. He's just struggling through this interaction.
Yeah, all right, that's fair. Okay.
But yeah. So, but yeah, no. You get through that, and he's okay. Everything okay?
Yeah, okay, we're okay. I lean over to Rahala. How long did you feel like you were in there?
For like a long time.
Okay. Because I felt like I was,
not, not like a day, maybe an hour or two, but it just felt long because there was a fucking thing there.
Right. I lean over. How long was I in there? To Lamia being the only person out here who saw me enter and exit, right? So like
that would probably be like 20 minutes, right, Patrick? Or
for you guys, maybe about 10 minutes.
oh, okay. Then
Okay.
yeah, probably around 10 minutes.
Well, it felt like longer than that. But I mean, anytime I've ever been crawling through an incredibly enclosed space for a long period of time, being chased by a thing I don't know what it is, it always feels like longer than 10 minutes. So
Oh, can I Rahala asked for the brooch again.
oh yeah, I hand her.
Just real quick. Oh, okay. That's... What is this?
Well, it is a brooch that is related to the super secret assassin people. I'm trying to like talk quiet, even though this guy doesn't speak good English, like good Ulus. I'm trying to like not be. And it helped us walk through a wall.
Oh. She hands it back to you.
It's not a complete one though.
You want to see? It's just like
I don't want to go through a wall again, and I'd kind of rather you didn't either, to be honest.
but see here the difference is we know what's on both sides of the wall because we already went through it.
No, there's a known unknown on the other side of both of these walls, and that's not that much less scary.
Look, we know there are known knowns and unknowns.
Whoever that thing is, you actually notice that she's kind of gesticulating and she sort of like covers her hand.
Yeah.
That thing is, I'm not certain about or its intentions or its origin.
Did it like?
Yeah, is there a
snag you
reason
anyway, or well, no, I was just checking up. You good? Because you were in there a while. It picked me up in 10 minutes. Oh, I'm gonna also look where it grabbed me because it grabbed me. I'm gonna look where it grabbed me to see if it left a mark or anything.
Ellie is
'Cause I'm like, it grabbed me.
insistent that it
You
is
have-
cat.
What appears to be a tiny black handprint on the back of your hand.
Oh, that's
It's your
not
left
cool.
hand, but it is a handprint of a right hand.
Yeah, that's it's less than cool. Check it out.
That's weird.
Yeah, it definitely grabbed me.
I should probably study that. Well, let's have a look. just like walks back to the back area, pulls the stool out.
Did it like grab you? Did you get a weird marky do?
I mean, I sort of avoided it pretty well, if I'm being honest. I think. If it did grab me or something, I don't remember.
Is
Got
that
it.
why you shrank?
But I shrank, yes, because I was trying to get away. It's easier to, like, hide and outmaneuver things sometimes when you're tiny.
It's also
Get into
probably
spaces
easy to
it
get
couldn't
through an
get to.
incredibly small space. Because
Mhm.
I had to crawl, and it's not exactly easy.
No, it wasn't. I'm so mad I reached up and grabbed that stupid book. It's on like, the top shelf, and I reached up there to get it because there was a shiny thing. And then I tried to pull it out, and I didn't do a good job. It sort of like rocked, and I went forward, and I like fell into the bookshelf.
Huh. Okay.
Oh, there is one of those eyes here.
Great.
Interesting.
We should probably tell Rugeki about that, since she was the one getting rid of them.
Yeah.
But let's figure out what that weird handprint is on you.
Yeah. Let's definitely figure that out.
She will cast Detect Magic. Yield. Just 1 second. There we are. Examines it a little bit and says, well, there is a bit of a faint magical aura coming off of it, but sort of good news and bad news. It's not a curse, because curses are permanent, so it'd be giving off you'd be feeding an aura into the area, right? Like it's a continuous thing. This is fading, so whatever that effect was instantaneous. The bad news on that is since it left an effect on you, it means that is just there. The magic's done. Whatever it's meant to do, it's done now.
Okay.
She pokes it. It actually, it actually kind of like discolors, like the skin goes pale there, and then like fills back in, like it's almost like pigmentation.
Do you think Clint knows about this? I mean, it is his house, so I'd hope maybe, but
I mean, not unless he has one of those things, those brooch things.
Well, you didn't have.
He's not stopped covering her hand, by the way.
Yeah.
Right. You didn't have a brooch thing, but you managed to get sucked into the bookshelf.
2 different spots, so maybe they're different.
Well, what was the shiny? Did you ever find the shiny thing?
I did look for it, but I didn't find it, unfortunately. Maybe that was another one.
Right, because this one got stuck to the wall in there, and the only reason I kept it, like to get out, was I pried it off the wall. Like I literally like just pull wood chunks off of it. Still, see?
So now, whenever you like pull the chunk of wood off of it, it actually just pops off.
Yeah.
And there appears to be some kind of imprint in the wood with a strange symbol in it that you don't actually see on the brooch.
I'm doing that like trying to match it up where it came off. You're like,
Do the magnet thing.
yeah, do you recognize this? Anybody?
Nope. Not at all.
Okay, I need to do a sense motive on Rahala.
I've got to
Okay.
acknowledge something. I don't know.
You could do Arcana and see if you can identify.
Okay, cool. I definitely have that knowledge. While I do have 2 eyes, I do not have knowledge of everything, unfortunately.
So Lamia, yeah, Rahala's definitely hiding something. Maybe more than one thing at this point.
Yeah, okay.
And Eli.
We did see that man earlier. They had tea. Anyways, no.
He's just embarrassed.
That symbol. You know what? It actually does look a little familiar to you. You're pretty sure it has to do with conjuration, but so it's actually it's a circle, and there's like several like small sigils kind of around the inner ring of it, and there's like a bigger symbol in the center. The problem is like some of it you don't recognize. A few of the little like markings make sense. You're like, okay, yeah, obviously this is some kind of what should have been a summoning circle, but one, it's way too small, and two, some of these runes do not work at all. They're like, actually the best word for it is they're outdated. This is stuff people may have used a long time ago and wasted a lot of energy in conjuration spells doing it wrong. At least to your knowledge. Or, better yet, at least to the knowledge that you were given.
Right.
So either your master was lying to you, or that is what he was told at the Arcane Academies. Sorry, go ahead, Lamia.
Yeah, Lamia's just gonna be blunt. Rahala, are you hiding something from us?
Maybe.
Prestidigitation on the back of my hand. Sorry, I'm just like goofing around now.
Fire from my hands.
Yeah. Just trying to move the thing if it's like pigmentation, seeing if I can do it.
Is this the kind of hide thing that like my thing is kind of that I have to hide, or are you embarrassed by it?
You deal with an evil entity inside of a bookcase?
No, did you?
No, it just grabbed me. And it told me not to forget it.
It seems oddly flirtatious.
Yeah, right. As if I'm going to forget that. That was a really weird experience. Ooh, maybe I can forget it. Hold on. I use my hidden knowledge spell to hide this knowledge from myself for a day.
You can indeed do that. One day per level. Are you purposely undercasting it to make it just one day, or are you going to do the full 5 days?
I only want it to be one day because I want to test this as this is an experiment, which I will state before I do this so that they know, even though I probably won't remember any of this. I won't even remember that I forgot something. I'll just be like, why are we all talking about this?
So yeah, there's just, you finish. As you cast this, you guys can see what appears to be ink kind of drip out from underneath his gloves. And as it hits the ground, it just disappears like it was never there. And Eli, you use that ability, and there is a blank in your memory that you expect to be there. There's just a missing fuzzy patch where you're like, okay, I was fucking around with that bookshelf. Whatever that was, I didn't want to remember, and now I'm here. So, you remember everything else, like kind of up to that point, so you know that like you decided to experiment with the spell by casting some knowledge out of your mind for a day. Okay. Unless you don't want to know that, then no, that's fine. You got rid of that part too.
I've forgotten a thing, and I don't know what I've forgotten, but that's okay. I'll remember later. And see if forgetting it is important. Why do I have a handprint on me?
You don't actually.
So Rahala's had some?
Right, but like I asked if it was my kind of hiding thing or if she was just embarrassed by whatever she's hiding.
You know, I was really on board with that, like changing the subject we were doing. It was really working for me.
Rahala, what object did we file down to get Iron Shavings?
He's like giving you a weird. Oh.
I look at you also confused. Like, that was like a month ago.
Was it a pot?
I don't even remember, like 4 days ago.
I remember getting the iron shavings for my version of reduced person.
Mhm.
I think it was it was an iron thing that belonged to someone. I don't honestly remember what it was.
It was a crowbar, but okay, I forgive you.
Oh, it was a crowbar, mate. I remember that now.
That's right. I'm sorry. That was
Look.
a very stressful time for me.
If you ever file a crowbar, you have to remember that, because whenever you ever file the crowbar,
It's a very stressful time.
I could forget following a crowbar. I just have to. Oh wait, I already did that. I forgot.
I know the change of subject thing was working for you.
You're
But
just not going to let it die, are you?
No, I'm just concerned.
It's not.
If you want to talk about this somewhere else, that's fine.
She like looks over, sees the guy over there. He closes the book. Oh, I'm done.
did you find cheese?
Yes, several kinds. There's a lot.
Goat?
I took notes. You have a good afternoon. He waves.
You too,
Leaves.
mister.
Cheers.
You could stay, and then I wouldn't have to talk about this. The door closes.
Something about that guy is
Oh, he likes cheese.
interesting, but also worrisome. Anyways, watch next. We're gonna ask Regeki about it, and she's gonna be like, "No, there was nobody here." And then we're gonna be like, "Well, we saw a ghost. Then that's fun. We didn't speak Ulis."
Fine. Moves her hand, holds it up, and you see she has, tattoos and everything. So go down the neck and then over her arm. She does normally, she wears some kind of gloves and some other things like that. But you see on the back of her hand, there appears to be some of the tattoos up the arm. You see some like ribbons that kind of swirl upward. They have different things, sort of like in a tapestry across them. One looks like someone shooting an arrow down the length of the tapestry. You see what appears to be like the image of a wild dog that's just like a little bit too low to the ground, so like the arrow goes over it. You can see there's like kind of a person near the end of it on the tapestry, like with a shield, like they're gonna block the arrow. There's like people behind them. You see some birds. You see all sorts of different things, like flowers growing behind it. It's very intricate, as most Raleigh tattoos are. But at the back of the hand, you see, as this ribbon gets to this point, and there's like vegetation and things growing out of it, like it morphs into the stalk of a flower. And the flower itself blooms into what looks like that brooch. Same shape.
Oh. So you do know what the symbol is?
No, I don't. I mean, I didn't until you told me. Some of these are not. Some parts of these tattoos are pieces of the story that we discover. Some of them visions and that sort of thing. World speakers will give them to you, and they can interpret them, or they can at least tell you surrounding events. Divining the future is very nebulous.
Oh, okay. Is hers like the symbol that we found, or does it seem like it has more built on it?
It seems like the same symbol, except it's depicted almost like the bloom of a flower.
Okay.
So there's like a stalk and that kind of stuff to it. You can actually see leaves behind it as well.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know why you felt that you needed to hide that from us.
I just became very self-conscious about it when I knew what it was, all of a sudden. So, I guess that means that two things maybe happened. Either the shiny thing I saw was another one of those, or this counts.
That would be...
One way to find out. Come with me. We're going to a wall. Downstairs. In a
I
basement.
don't want to go through any more walls.
But wait, if it counts, doesn't that mean the world will want her gone?
What? You talking about like the... I really don't think so, because I feel like I'd have known that by now.
Yeah, I know you're never supposed to
Right.
ask anybody their age, but she's at least lived to this long.
That's true, and I did live in the same place for quite a while.
Okay.
And I didn't have this my whole life, but a few years.
Okay.
Okay, let's go to the wall. Is there something creepy on the other side of this wall?
Well, it goes from one basement to another
You're
basement.
coming
so
with
not
me.
really.
That's
Yeah.
You didn't say no.
I,
You're all
I
coming with
suggested
me.
it.
I was gonna say the
I
dead
start
body.
kind of just chatting with her in Raleigh about this, by the way, like doing the explaining part really quick, and I'm like, we're gonna ignore the blood and guts though. Don't worry. Like,
Oh god. So you guys go back down into the cellar and have her try to reach through the wall.
yeah, it's like all you gotta do. We're on the non-blood and guts. We're on the regular cellar side. All you gotta do, see if your hand goes through the wall. You don't even have to walk through the wall. And here, I like put my hands on her shoulders. If something tries to pull you through the wall, I will make sure you stay here. Somebody stronger than me hold me.
I was gonna say, Lamia.
Wait, she looks real skeptical when you're doing until that happens.
Lamia like wraps her arms around Eli's waist.
I start making a lasso. That rope.
Okay. She reaches out, touches the wall. Oh, it didn't work.
Now do it with the hand that has the symbol on it.
Fine. Do I have to really? Look, I know it's important, but at the same time, like, what if something just like chomps my hand off?
I take the sigil and I just walk through the wall and then walk back through the wall.
Fine.
Yeah, it would have ate him. He looks tasty.
I beg to differ.
I stare at him sideways when he says that too. Like,
Her hand goes
I'm
through.
not. So it does count. Also, no, you're not eating me in a survival situation. It's like-
Human bodies have at least 70 pounds of edible meat on.
Disturbing ranger fact, everyone.
Okay, so now
I have
you
a new
know,
target for
Rahala.
blindness and deafness now, and it's Sam, so I can run
Look,
away.
That's a tidbit I know because at one point I was wanting to make a lizard man ranger who was from the bayou and was
Oh,
like,
God.
oh yeah, so I was like, oh, how much meat can you get off of a crocodile? How much meat can you get off this? How much meat can you get off a person?
A bit.
Tabletop
Comes
RPGs
out.
ruining our search history forever.
Try being an author.
Warning: maybe cannibal, maybe D&D player.
Okay, so now we know, and now you know, Rahala. So I guess
I
maybe
don't like it, but I am glad I know. It would have been really bugging me if I had not done it, to be honest.
and maybe if you get stuck in a place, maybe there's a way out with that hand.
quick, random
Maybe.
thing aside. I'm gonna check and see if there's still pieces of dude on the other side of that wall, real quick.
Pieces, dude.
There are unfortunately still pieces of dude.
Oh, okay. Well, no,
Spread in
you said
the
unfortunately. If they were gone, I would be concerned. So that is good. I'd be like, oh, luckily
Detective
the
shows
dead
up.
guy
Ah, yes, we cleaned up the mess. Time to begin the investigation.
Ah,
People
so
with
you're a
killer's blood in the
1920s
hallway. Yeah.
investigator.
It's like-
Got it.
Gross. Clean it up.
Gross. Clean it up. Yeah, that's like one of the best bits, man.
That
I
is
love
so
that shit.
good.
Gross.
Before forensics. Fuck. God. That was a jumble of speech. What was happening? Who? Someone was saying things. Oh yeah, I guess we could. Well, wait, let's get back. Let's get the rails back on, and then we can go to break, and then we'll come back with an agenda. So, I think Eli was. Yeah, you were checking for bits of dude. Bits of dude
Yeah, I
is
just want to
there.
make sure dead guy was still there.
Sam, were you doing anything?
No, we're just in the basement, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Lamia.
Is that weird spear contraption? No, I'm joking.
God.
I'll start fiddling with it.
Oh, I will ask
things.
Rahala if she knows what gunpowder is, since we found a whole bunch of gunpowder in the other room. She would seem like she would know these things.
But we
maybe?
didn't find gunpowder specifically. We smelled it from the.
It's true. Smelled it
Okay.
and found a gun.
I thought we found a barrel of gunpowder, but
It was not opened. So that didn't actually get. Yeah. So it smelled of black powder.
I am assuming it is a barrel of gunpowder. If it smells like it, and we didn't bother opening it, that is what Eli is assuming. Whether or not it's what's in there, they could just be smuggling drugs inside of gunpowder. Who knows? To confuse the dogs.
Yeah, that's possible.
Because I mean, I know sort of what it is, but why would that be here? That's
I don't know, but
you're not getting gunpowder out of Benhia or Biencia.
The explosion that painted the other room was a gunpowder based explosion because Lamia smelled the gunpowder from the explosion. It wasn't like magical.
Either they smuggled it out of the Vietic lands, or it was black powder, which you can find other places. There actually is a difference.
For the
oh, really? What is the difference, and how do you make?
No, shush. We can't say that online. But for
Well,
for the
saltpeter,
character of knowing, for me knowing, yeah. But
it's like a whole thing. But
all I know is it was powder. It smelled a certain way to Lamia. That guy exploded. It was like a thing. It had a fiery little bit on top.
Like a fuse grenade.
Sure.
That, I don't know what grenade sounds like, but it did have a fuse.
It sounds like you can't hear for a while when it goes off.
I mean, I don't know what a fuse is.
I did have my ears covered for a while.
But let me put it this way. It looked like a clay pot with a candle sting on top, and then it exploded.
Yeah, somebody stuck a candle wick in that there pot. It just went
That's what it
boom.
looked like to me.
That boy was gone. I mean, he wasn't gone. He was just all over the place. I don't know where the rest of the candle went. But sorry. She does know what it is. But I think from there, I'm assuming you're going to leave the basement, or do you have other stuff you wanted to explore down there?
At the moment, no, I don't think so. I think we have somewhere to be or something to do.
I do want to go see if I can find Rugeki to show her the eyes in now the study and my favorite room in the house, because I still hadn't gotten to do that.
You explored the basement yesterday, right?
Obviously. Well, I explored, but I didn't. I didn't get far.
But if I ask you in character, if you explored the basement, are you going to say yes, or are you going to say no? Because I'm going to ask not expecting an explanation. I'm expecting a one-word answer.
She's going to say no, because she was tired.
Then we'll come back here later.
Cool. So we'll cut back to that when we come back from break. We're back from break at 11 p.m. Central Time.
Right.
Yo,
great time, guys.
Right.
Away.
No way.
Face live again.
Hi, everybody. We're Face Live. Oh, hopefully we're Voice Live too.
Yes, we are. I was
Okay,
like, it shouldn't have changed, but you know. What were we doing? That's right. Yeah. Okay. So, back to it. So you guys head out of the cellar for now.
Mm-hmm.
Planning to go back later.
Mm-hmm.
Once you come back up, soon after, you learn that Rugeki's looking for you.
Oh,
She's
perfect.
in the main hall. You guys go see her. She's actually in the little dining hall. There's some tea sitting out for everyone. You come up and she says, that's not her. First, I wanted to thank you all for your assistance. It was beyond what we had asked of you originally to deal with what you've dealt with. And I truly appreciate it. And on behalf of the Markham Manor and family, thank you.
You're quite welcome.
I mean, it's kind of hard not to get involved when you're smack dab in the middle of it.
That is true. You could have run away or refused to do this, and you'd have been well within your rights, too.
This is fun and that. Speaking of fun, we have more bad news. We'll call it bad news. More news. News. I bring news.
Please share it.
I
wanted
found
to talk about that.
2 more of those the scrying eyes, I think that's what they're called.
Okay. I can deal with those. Where did you find them?
One in the second floor study. She'll describe where the general area is, and you'll want to be careful around that area in general. And then one in my favorite room in the house. She'll describe it's behind that bookshelf. You have to force move that to get to it.
The reason she said be careful in the study is I took a little trip in the bookshelf, and apparently I don't remember most of it. And then I was out of the bookshelf, and then I was talking to these guys.
I found a red book with a Rahala attached. It was a red book, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Did we ever look at that? I didn't look at that.
You
book.
didn't look at it. You
Yeah.
pulled it off.
Yeah.
You do have it, or at least you removed it.
Yeah. It says here it's the Monster Girl Encyclopedia.
Oh God, no!
Why would you do that to us?
Because he has that book to hand. He
Of
can go
course
grab
he
it, that's
does.
why. It's the only book within arm's reach of him physically right now. That's why he said that.
I mean, not necessarily.
Oh, so it's just out of arm's reach.
But,
Yeah, it's on the other side of his room.
yeah,
Excuse
I think
me.
it's in the box behind me where I store it.
So when you do look at this giant red book, peculiarly, there's no text on it. There's no title, nothing on the spine. You open it, there's no
Oh no.
title. Oh, you don't open it?
Heck no.
I do.
Well, you don't. There's no title.
I know better.
I know. I definitely open it.
Okay.
He goes, "Ooh, book!" and opens it up.
Open it for you.
There's just like a bunch of hands flailing out of it. And he like turns the page, and it's feet. And he turns it again, it's wings,
Oh,
pentacles.
feet. What's that one?
Ellie says,
A gun.
just a picture featuring Tiggle Bitties.
Maybe no, not near. No, you open it and you don't see a title or anything like that. You do see, strangely enough, the only thing in the book is on the technically the second page. You see what appears to be the author's signature. And in what you think might be
Charles
Ulyss, but it's hard to make out for you. Lamia, you can kind of tell. You can tell this is old script.
Oh,
The stuff you hated learning.
definitely.
Oh, cursive.
Yeah.
And it says it is apparently by Vladimir Kusharn.
Definitely gonna have to spell that one for us.
All right, I want to see how awful I did. I could have done worse, but it's still not very good. Here is mine.
Oh, yeah.
God
I mean,
dang it.
Vladimir I got. I think I did, instead of Miri, I did Mari.
I just didn't try. I just waited for Patrick to spell it.
Kasharn, I spelled with a C, but I should have thought about it, because, you know, who spells
Good
things
name
with
for a
Cs?
cat. Thanks, Ellie.
But
But it
that's
just
a
says-
cat that you only ever call like you call that like
Hookums.
no, I was gonna say call it like pickle popsicle or something because nobody calls cats real name. You call them after some random food item.
Just call him cat
Cat.
or
I
bastard.
mean, we have Oliver, from
or freeloader.
the
I say that
company.
one.
The Disney
Oliver
movie.
and
Yeah,
Company.
you mean Oliver Twist, but with cats? Yeah,
JB's favorite
Oh.
Disney movie.
Wow.
JB in the chat.
that's a weird way to say the Goofy movie.
The JB's favorite movie. I say favorite movie. I
know
talked
he's
about
in the
watching
chat.
Oliver Twist, the actual musical. And he's like, "What's that?" I was like, "Oh, it's like the human version of Oliver and Company."
Wow.
Yes.
But yeah, all it
Anyway.
says is by Vladimir Kusharn.
Yeah.
And even for old script, the text is kind of flowery. But that's about all you can tell.
But otherwise, it's
Is
pretty
there text
blank.
in the rest of the book? No, that's it. Okay.
Looking through every page, there's no text. And it is several pages.
Why am I not my other character? Anyways,
While Regeki sits just the patience of a saint while you do that.
Sir,
Taking,
open candle.
like
here.
9 minutes to flip through every page. No,
I would do just this speed flip, and then because I am a cultured man, a man of culture, I would shake the book.
Give me a dex check.
God.
To not hit myself in the face with this book.
No, bookmark's gonna fall out of it and hit you in the nod. Ugh.
No, you're gonna fall through the book.
Rattle it a little bit. Nothing crazy happens.
Good, but also bad, because I want something funny to happen.
Right, but like we were saying be careful because Eli, for lack of a better word, fell through the bookshelf.
Did I?
Well, honestly, I saw you kicking, but you told me to move, and the bookshelf was closing in on me, so I didn't exactly see what happened.
Listen, I just look. All I remember is I was walking around trying to find if that pendant thingy brooch fit in anything, and then my arm was stuck, and then I remember falling out of a bookshelf, like on the floor in a heap. So I made myself forget. I look at Regeki if she's confused, and I made myself forget. I'll remember tomorrow. Ask me tomorrow.
With the spell?
Yeah.
Interesting. That has
We also
some
met a
terrible
really strange
inclinations.
guy who didn't speak English really well, who was looking for a cookbook. Did you meet that guy?
I did. He's
Okay.
he's a guest of the manor today.
Great. He was
Okay,
just a little
good.
confused by everything, so I just wanted to make sure that you know, if he was like, "Hey, these weirdos were in there," that's what we were doing.
Does he know about the
He wants some
incidents?
He's been relatively filled in.
Yeah, also get him some cheese.
Only as much as he needed to know. No need to cause him a panic. But the implications of you casting something from your memory that's a bit staggering.
I believe I wanted to do an experiment of some kind. That I do remember. I look at those two. Anything?
What?
Because I don't remember it, obviously.
He
Oh.
wants to do an experiment. Yeah.
I said I wanted to do an experiment, and then I forgot stuff.
Well, you didn't. You said the thing said to not forget it,
Oh.
and then
Okay.
you said, "Well, maybe I can," and so,
I'm
you.
being obstinate. Apparently, that's what I'm doing today. I woke up and chose violence, I guess.
Something told you not to forget it.
Mm-hmm.
Something inside the bookshelf that you now can't remember.
Right. Till tomorrow.
I see. Could you show this to me?
Sure.
Or where it happened, at least. So you take her up to the study.
Yep.
She's kind of just walks back and forth through it, reaches over, like, touches the back of it.
I'll also show her the piece of wood that was stuck to the back of the thing. Also, I have this piece of wood. It's got a thing on it.
She takes that. Looks at it for a minute. Oh, no. That's very bad news.
Why is that?
Closes the piece of wood in her hand. Kind of makes a small fist. I need a few minutes.
Alrighty.
No, an hour. No. 2 hours. And I'll meet you again in the dining hall.
No, 3 hours.
I don't think this is a barter situation. Yeah, we're not trying to outbid each other.
If you need 3, take 3, but I'll meet you there when I'm done.
Okay. Is it lunchtime? Can we eat? I'm like looking around, just like confused. Sorry, forgetting things makes me hungry.
One of the things I meant to bring up before we separate, as I said, I already put in a report of what we found to the authorities.
Excuse me.
I believe
So
you
we're
should
to
be
likely
free.
expect them soon, huh?
Well, I believe you should be free to move about the city a bit more now.
Neat. I'd like to get.
I mean, you weren't confined in the first place, but I doubt you'll get down on too many suspicious looks or anything like that now.
Excellent. Yeah, I'd like to get a little bit of fresh air is not the right word, but you know what I mean. Relief from being in the exact same place for the last how many hours? Because obviously we have fresh air. We walked outside. But
Clint and Nomolo will be staying away for one more night before returning.
sounds good.
Oh, was Bollock still sleeping in the
You mean Vibrong?
Vibrong? Yes, I'm sorry. Bollock is another thing. I wasn't looking at my list of names. So was Vibrong still sleeping in the for lack of a better word, barn?
That's what it is, a barn.
Doesn't
Yes,
have a red.
he seems to be now insisting on doing so. As he wants to be there if something happens.
Okay, that's reasonable.
I believe he's sleeping on top of the trapdoor.
Well, nothing's getting out of that door, man.
We should grab
2
him
hours.
some food too.
Yeah, we should swing by, get us some lunch, bring him some lunch.
And apologies for the secrecy, but I will explain.
It's
Okay.
your place.
Well- Like I said, be careful.
Always. Alright, so you guys head out for now?
Get food.
Okay. Did I actually make a map for this city? Did I ever do that?
Probably
Dang.
not.
Did I make a map of this place? Did I upload a map of this place is the real question. Because I know I've got a map.
Maps.
Oh, sweet. Guys, I didn't.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
That's
I
okay.
didn't. Okay, that's fine.
I wasn't actually planning on leaving the manor to get lunch yet. I was just going to get lunch and then take it to Vibrong. So you don't need the city
Yeah.
yet.
Fair enough. You just get some food out of the go request some food out of the kitchens and take it to Verbrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you guys mostly just killing time, or are you going to do something else with that time you've got?
Oh, go ahead.
Catch Vibrong up on what we have learned.
Oh, I was going to go look around in the basement area some more.
Oh yeah.
I forgot to roll Ginger's wool growth last night, so we do
Oh,
that.
yes, we definitely want that. More wool.
Wow.
the
The wool. Nature's
I will also-
polyester.
be absentmindedly chatting with Mr. Alderman as I'm walking around because that's what I do. I'm just going to be doing that thing where you talk to yourself, but in this case, I'm actually talking to another thing. But it sounds like I'm talking to myself.
No, sorry. I was trying to think. I grabbed a bow from down under,
Mhm.
didn't I?
Yep.
And it was not in the kind of Markham storage area. It was the
Extra area. Yeah.
extra.
The secret area.
What did I put down?
While you're
Yeah,
looking for
composite
that.
longbow with strange arrows. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna see if anybody can figure out what these arrows are. I'll bug Regeki first. Well, she's doing something. I'll bug Rahala. What's Rahala doing?
Tag around with you guys.
Hey, do you know what these are?
Are they just marked as strange arrows, or
Yes.
do they have any other denotation?
I think you told me strange arrows, but you said they have like a charcoal briquette type tip on them. Yeah, I think is
It's
the yeah.
Oh, it's been 1 day, so I can put 1 day on my spear ability.
One day,
Hey, it takes 7 days to get it back, so
2 days remaining.
That, I think, tells me which ones. It
Is the moon?
is.
I need to make sure to keep that updated.
That'd be a fun campaign.
Moon?
Grudge
The
campaign.
moon?
No, Majora's Mask.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, I mentioned that before.
Yeah, just it's the same
A
biz.
Majora's Mask
Just,
game, like inspired game that is. And then I came up with an idea of how to do it. I didn't tell you guys what it was, but I did.
Right. So 1 day that's going to be a surprise.
Oh, you can count on it. Okay, so Rahala, that is a plus 11.
I can roll it if you want, or do you want?
Sure, yeah, go ahead. Roll thing, spellcraft, which is going to be plus 11 on this roll.
1, 20, 11.
16.
Yeah, I'm just rolling under a 10 like normal.
Definitely not the best roll. What's with... Or actually, fuck, what am I doing? She'd probably just take 10 on it. She'd probably just take some time, to be totally honest.
I'll leave it with her then.
Or did she take the book and is
Soon
trying to
enough.
study that?
Only if you
Yeah,
ask her
that's-
to. She's not.
Y'all decide what you want her to do. Why did I wish for another never-ending piece of chalk? Or I'm looking at my notes and like,
What do you mean? Why did you wish for a never-ending piece of chalk? It's
I
you.
mean, I know.
Your favorite thing to do is mark random stuff with chalk.
Yes.
She's gonna be looking. She's gonna be trying to figure out what those arrows are during this time.
Okay.
It's gonna take her a little bit. She's like, I need to consult some of my notes. I'll bring these back to you. I need to get in my room.
Okay. And meantime, I'm going to string that, string that composite longbow plus 2 and compare it to. I'm going to be messing with it and comparing it to the short bow that I have, and kind of be, I'm like, oh, well, which one of these do I want to use? Obviously, the better one. But
So the composite bow is it's a masterwork composite bow. Its strength rating is plus 2. It is not a full plus 2 enhancement. Yeah.
It's not
So
bad.
effectively, it's going to have plus 1 to hit and then up to +2 damage from your strength, which I know you have enough strength for that. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and add that to my actual. So somebody says, "Hey, that's not yours." I say, "No, I found it."
Good. So, and then Eli, what are you looking for in the basement?
I remember what we were looking for last time. I am looking for clues as to the creation of our undead Avarok that we found.
So you're going mostly into that cavernous area?
Yep, because we didn't get to check that out very well last time, so that is where I'm going to look. I'm also just going to, in general, attempt to avoid the gore splatter. You know. As much as I'm being very like flippant about it, I also don't just want to walk through gore splattered area.
Yeah, it's still there. Okay, so you go through that other area and just give me. Well, are you going to spend the whole 2 hours doing that, or do you pause and go eat lunch? Okay.
I'll spend the whole 2 hours. I'll eat a snack.
Get like a piece of bread and some cheese or something.
I'm going to do what I do in real life, which is take a piece of bread, stick it in my mouth, walk somewhere while holding it, and then grab something else with my other hand.
Okay.
Do you run down alleyways while you're late to school and then like
no, I just walk around
cute anime boy
while I'm walking.
So do you want to take 10 on that, or are you wanting to roll that one?
I'll take 10.
Okay. Which puts you at what?
Is this perception or
just perception? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I will roll because that's a 13. I'll just go ahead and risk for the biscuit here.
Yeah.
See if I can get something better. Ooh, that was almost 2, but it wasn't. It was 15.
Just barely. So 15. So you're looking around in there. Let's see. Between those two things, Lamia, what did you say you were doing?
Well, even though I know it makes him uncomfortable, I will catch Verbrong up.
You got him caught up. That does not take 2 hours.
Oh, okay. Then I will try
like
and
5 minutes. Right.
Then I will basically try and aid Eli in, exploring not the cellar part, because I got a good chunk of that, I'm pretty sure, last night. So, rolled the 8 essentially. Or do you want me?
You head back to the manor right after. Okay, one moment. I need to find a thing.
Oh, that's so much.
Okay. When you come back, in that little bit of time it took you to talk to Verbrong, you actually run into Han Barar Kulim, the guy who rode with you guys all the way here.
Oh, okay.
The very friendly guy.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
You actually run into him, and he sees you approaching. Just Lamia, just the person I was looking for. Well, actually, the person Visag Batu was looking for. He's a little cross. You've yet to visit him. We've heard there was some commotion here, of course. So now he's also worried if you're all right.
Well, I could be better, but I think we're on our way to clearing our good names.
You don't have any worry of that with him. I'm sure you know that.
Oh, yeah, no. But that was the reason I haven't gotten the chance to visit. I guess technically I do have the time now.
Do you?
We've found quite a few things out. So it's a little easier for us to move.
Fantastic, let's go.
Let me go tell at least one of my partners.
Oh, I'll wait here.
Okay, I'll go tell Verbrong, I guess, because that was the last person I saw. I don't know where Sam went, and it will be a pain to climb down and tell Eli.
You hear of him shooting arrows probably somewhere.
Sam practicing.
Lashak.
Yeah. Because, Sam doesn't necessarily know that a longbow can shoot, like, 40 more feet, than a short bow. So he's kind of like, it's bigger, so I can't like fit holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
testing
hey,
it
Varong,
out.
I know this is awkward for you and still, but if Eli and Sam ask, I went to go see a friend in the city.
Okay. Why are you telling Varong this?
Because I don't know where Eli. I mean, I don't. It's a pain to go get to Eli, and I don't know where Sam is.
Okay. I'll
Okay.
tell them if they come here.
Yeah. All right. Have a good day.
Nods. Goes back to sleep.
Continues staring into nothing.
Yep.
All right, let's go.
So you head off.
Yep.
Eli,
Yeah.
your search yields results.
Hooray.
You end up searching the area where you find like those blood smears and stuff. Again, like when you first came down and you went over there was just broken chains and all that other stuff.
Mhm.
You end up checking that area out a little bit more. You actually notice that some of the rocks and things in that area are loose. With some not insignificant effort, you can actually clear several of them over by the chain. It doesn't quite loosen it all the way. It seems like it's buried, fastened somewhere under here somehow. You honestly think it's probably magic that embedded this chain into this wall. This part of it.
Okay.
But you move a few of them around just to see if there's anything interesting or out of place, anything like that at all. And you do find what looks like a scroll case. I don't know why the word was escaping my brain. You find a scroll case is buried under there. It looks actually pretty badly damaged. It's partially burned, and the cap part of it is cracked, like split all the way down the middle, and then like the side of it is split open. But it's otherwise intact.
Interesting. There's not a scroll in it?
I don't want to assume, even though I figure you're going to pick it up and examine it, but I don't want to assume.
Yeah.
So if you pick it up, it's kind of tough to actually take the cap part off because you can't twist it. It won't like pop off. It's all fucked up. But you do get it off eventually. And yeah, there's paper in this. It actually seems like it's pretty stuffed. Like they've put more scrolls in here than it was supposed to naturally hold. So when you pull those out, pull all those out, there's actually 7 scrolls stuffed into this thing. 2 of them you think are probably magical. One appears to be blank, and one has a short message kind of written out at the top that says, at the top it says, if you are discovered, burn it.
Okay.
About midway down, it says 3 barrels, alchemist's fire. And then even further down, it says survive, or it says die or disappear. The 4th scroll, or sorry, no, 1, 2, blank, right, 5th scroll, right, yes. The 5th scroll seems to have several, like, stamps on it. A lot of them are different, but it's, like, kind of studying it, it looks like there's maybe 7 different stamps, but they're all put in order on this paper where sometimes there's spaces left, or they're turned partially or slightly, or even inverted, but it's all this same like 7 stamps all the way down this. It's probably an encoded message. 6th is covered in. It looks like they've just done like a charcoal rubbing down the entire length of it, but you don't see any of it rubbed off on any other scrolls, and when you touch it, it doesn't seem to rub off. Like it seems like it's completely bonded to this paper. Like you could maybe scrape it off. You'd have to be pretty damn careful and not just like rip the whole thing off, like the whole layer of the parchment off. But it's going to take a little bit of doing. The final one the final scroll, you're not really sure what you're seeing. As you look at it, you can your mind's playing tricks on you. You can see text, but it's like the instant you look at it, it goes in your brain and right out again. You can't retain the information. You're kind of squinting at it and like looking at the whole thing, and it's like you feel like you've read it, but it's gone. And you read it several times through, trying to see if like something sticks, but it just doesn't.
If I use detect magic to try and figure out what the two magical scrolls are as well, can I look at any and all of these scrolls to see if they have any kind of magical aura or whatever?
Big ass cone. Yeah. The only ones that have magical auras are the two that you're pretty sure are actual like spell scrolls, and the very last one, the charcoal one. It must have been an alchemical process or something that they used. No aura. The first one is evocation, and the second one abjuration. And if you want to try to actually identify the two spell scrolls, give me a spellcraft check on each.
Will do. That one's for the first one, and this one's for the second one. Good lord, I can't roll.
Right. God.
My rolls are ladder stepping lower and lower. 15, 14, 13. Granted, my spellcraft bonus is like plus 10, but still.
Yeah, base DC on identifying is 15.
Yep.
So, yeah. Unfortunate. But that's okay. You know what schools they are, just like off the top of your head, you're like, you're not sure. Rahala can probably identify them, but you're not really sure what they are. They're not they don't seem particularly powerful. Faint auras would be the best way to put it, but probably useful if you can figure out what they are. That last one though, that one you're still having trouble with. The school is probably just universal, easiest way to put it. But that one is perplexing. You don't even know what kind of magic would make it completely like do this. It's almost like it's having a similar effect to that hidden knowledge spell. Mm-hmm. Like just putting it immediately out of your mind, except it just feels different. As you're trying to get a handle on this, you hear a voice next to you. Sounds familiar. Same voice that said not to forget it. Says, I can help with that.
I wheel around real quick.
There's no one there. The no one there says, I'm invisible.
Hmm.
It's my natural.
Uh-huh.
I just, you can't see me. Even if you cast see invisibility, you wouldn't see anything here. Thanks for not listening to me, by the way.
I look around, like, again, I'm just all confused, like, who?
There's a slight pressure
Yeah.
kind of on like your shoulder, as if someone's like putting their hand on it. I'm right here, just to your right. I'm not gonna hurt
Oh
you.
my gosh.
Okay.
Can I see that scroll for a moment?
I just kind of hold the scroll out.
It floats.
Oh, that's neat.
I won't be here long. I just needed to repay the favor. Ah, I see. Scroll rolls up. Go ahead.
I don't know what this person sounds like, but I'm sure Eli could ask if this sounds like the kid that we saved in the area. Yeah. The ghost kid.
Ghost Kid? It sounds like the creepy creature that he
No.
encountered in the shelves is what it sounds
Oh,
like.
okay. I didn't know
Yeah,
if it
he already
sounded-
said that. He already said that.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries. But it rolls the scroll back up. Hands it back, it holds it back out to you.
I will take it back.
Some things remain untrue, no matter how real they are. I don't really want to talk about it, but there is something you know that is untrue. Isn't there?
There is. Kind of. Yes.
That's enough.
Thing. I just say the thing. But yeah.
Yeah, the thing. This is related.
Oh.
You shouldn't say this. But you did help me. This scroll is an act of theft on Lady Mishani. To acquire its knowledge is to remove it from her domain. Something that can only be done by something that only fits inside of a bag, in your case.
Right.
So, do with that what you will.
Okay.
There's like a stammer for a second. I think it's related to what you're looking for.
Ah.
And Eli,
Yes.
Master is upset. I'm sorry.
We're just staring at it like,
Staring through it, there's nothing there.
yeah, staring at where it should be.
Mhm.
Okay. Like his ghost is upset? Or he's somehow in the Hollow Archive and you are there too and he's upset?
There's no reply.
Oh, great.
But you got the scroll.
Excellent. Man, I wish I knew what I don't know. It might have been helpful. Well, I guess tomorrow it'll be helpful. Maybe.
You'll know tomorrow.
Or more concerning. I'm not sure.
But you did find something in there finally. Yeah, we did find something. And Sam's practicing with that. Lamia, you're gonna go visit Visag.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, we'll try to handle that in the night off. So, you make it to the other end of town. You can immediately tell that there is a lot going on near his place.
Oh.
Like, there's just a lot of stuff. There's, like, a lot of people moving stuff. It appears to be, like, vendors packing up wares and stuff and, like, talking to different people. And it's not, like, chaos. It's just there's a lot going on at the same time. Like, a lot of people conversing and setting things up and moving stuff and gathering things. And there's, like, these, like, large areas kind of set aside to, like, pack wares and other stuff like that. Or you can tell that people, like, planning, like, talking about space and other things in the area. Han takes you over. He doesn't take you inside. He takes you kind of like around the side, where you see Visag is talking to like 3 different people. They all appear to be talking about sources. There's like 8 sources over there. One of them is like the absolute unit of shorts. This is a big shorts.
Big shorts.
At first, you think like, oh boy, he's a round boy. Like you think it's like a big barrel shorts. But as you get closer, you realize this thing is actually like fucking ripped. It's just that it's so fluffy that it looks like a fuzzball.
That's amazing.
But you think it'd had like shorter hair, it'd be pretty like intimidating. It's like this big noble steed of a short. And Visag is just kind of he's standing like out of biting range of it, but he's like marveling at this thing. He's just like nodding as somebody like animatedly like talks about this thing, which like seems to not give half a shit that there's anybody else there. It's just like it's like chewing it in a feed bag. It's just going minding its business.
Ah, yes, the Titanicus bloodline of Shorses.
Like, yeah. And you know, Shorses usually are not that fucking size.
No.
So
it's like a Clydesdale and, yeah.
Exactly.
Clydesdale and a buffalo. You know?
Yeah.
Something else woolly, you know?
So, like, you're walking up, and, like, as you get closer and closer, seeing just how, like, broad and how strong-looking this thing is, like, it becomes more and more, evident that, like, okay, this is an impressive shorts. And the guy's just like, you've never seen a shorts like this. Look, I mean, what else is there to say? And Visag is like, damn. It's like, yeah, yes, so, yeah, this one is, he's our most expensive, of course, but, like, I mean, for your purposes, like, you can't ask for a better speed. He's like,
What color wool does he have?
This one, you know what, Sam, that is Panda. What color wool does this Clydesdale shorts have?
I'm trying to think. You know, it has. You're asking me, correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the other panda.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm having some
Sam.
weird lag stuff where you're cutting out a little bit. I think it's just me. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not having any problems.
Yeah, it's just my computer, I think, at the moment.
Weird.
You had
Alright,
that
like,
problem
I
last week.
Yeah, I checked Steam to see if anything was downloading. It's not. I don't know. So,
Weird.
yeah. Just need to do a reset again.
What color is the wool?
It is going to. It's going to have about knee-length white socks for the, like appearance-wise.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it's going to be just midnight black.
Oh God, so
And-
extra intimidating.
Nice. Okay.
So basically, at night, the only thing you could, in theory, see was white of
The
its
feet, yeah.
legs.
Like
Yeah.
little cuffs. Nice.
That's even better.
Oof.
Okay. The reason I had asked because Sam had told me that multicolored wool isn't as good as a solid color wool, so I'd be able to say, hey, no, he's not that expensive, but no, he is totally expensive.
no.
So
Yeah. This is top
Oh.
dollar.
A rich, dark black like that.
Yeah.
The only way it'd be more expensive is there's like a naturally occurring indigo or something, you know? Like,
Right? Yeah. What the fuck?
what in the Minecraft?
Yo,
You know, like,
we don't need dye. But no,
this is like to red my sources to be blue. Yeah.
It's like, so, what is his name? He goes, oh, a creature like this does not have a name, sir. This has a title. We call him
Title.
the Comrade.
Oh my goodness.
Huh. Hello, Comrade.
I
I'll take him. I didn't ask how much. It's just, then he looks up and goes, I have a guest. I'll get back to you. Yeah, you'll be here all day. The guy's like, yeah. I need to go walk the Comrade, didn't you? So, starts walking around.
I didn't ask how much.
Comrade
That's
walks
a dangerous
you,
thing
bro.
to ask.
That means he's got money, but but also respect because he sees you, Lami, and he runs over. He's like, "Oh, thanks, hon, you found her. It's about time. What? How is I not the first stop?"
Hi, Batu. Well, you weren't the first stop because I was on a job. And stuff has been
but that's
going
just
on.
money. I kid. You have to make a living. I understand. Come, there's some food we can eat and talk.
Oh,
But
yeah, definitely. We can do that.
Leads you. You go to this very nice dining room. It's different style, but just about as nice as the Markham Manor. It's different than the first. Like you've seen it before. It was like a while back, but you've seen it before. It's a little different. You think this has been remodeled some. He's got like a few different paintings and things in there now. It's a bigger, nicer table. You can tell that even though he was quite wealthy,
Mm-hmm.
you didn't grow up. You grew up pretty lower class, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rural, that kind of stuff. So to you, Visag Batu was like rich. But the truth is, he was about maybe upper middle class. He is now rich. Very rich. You could just tell just by like all the different things you see around there. Some of it's expensive, obviously some displays of wealth and different kinds of alcohol and things like lining some of these shelves that you're like, you're never gonna drink that.
No.
Like, that's gonna sit there, or it's gonna be there for like a few hours while you have guests, and then it's gonna go into a cellar and you're gonna age it and fucking sell it in 20 years when it's worth a fuck ton.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe longer than that. Maybe you pass it down to your kids. But he's just got more things that show off that his standing has gone up in society. Food's brought in. It's way too much food for lunch, but one, showing off a little bit. You just know that's him. But also, you're a guest, and he wants you to feel... He wants you to feel like you're being like welcomed very warmly. It's just kind of his style. So to like kind of over deliver here.
Mm-hmm.
You have lots of food coming and everything. He asks a few questions. We won't have to get into like the weeds of like every little bitty detail of things that have come up. Is there anything in particular that you wanted to bring up to him?
He looks like he's doing well. I guess it's been a long time.
He works for Dorat Acquisitions now.
Okay, he does. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was confirmed. He works for Dorat.
Yes.
Because I remember...
That was in no way a rumor.
Okay. So
Yeah,
that
Han
is
straight up told you he did.
okay.
Yeah.
That was confirmed. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to potentially cross a line of asking more about the Dorat family, especially since we're still technically under investigation about that murders and such like that. So I guess for the most part, I'm making niceties, talking about my past adventure, or sorry, my past job, not the nitty gritty of it, but like, oh, we went to this bandit cave and managed to eventually escape with our lives and succeeded on the job kind of thing.
And he is suitably impressed by that. It's like, oh, I knew you were going to go and do great things. That's what I would expect. It seems like that, that company is, they are who they say they are. That's pretty good. That's like kind of the reputation I was figuring. People say all sorts of weird stuff, but like, he wouldn't be in business if he wasn't getting results. So I can't say I'm too surprised that you were able to go and do something that a lot of people didn't want to take that job.
Well,
Impressed, just not surprised.
weird stuff does happen, but it just seems to go along with the job.
It does. But when you take opportunities like that, that's how you get ahead. You have to jump on them. Like I did. With this is craziness. Like, I haven't even gotten to tell you all of this stuff that's coming. So, okay. Dorat Acquisitions, what they're paying me to do is they're pretty much funding the start of a new wandering town. A trade town. The moving ones. Which have not been prevalent in recent years. It's been almost kind of going out of style. Not because it's not a thing that the Ulas people still enjoy or still want, because these are dangerous lands. It can be difficult to trade.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's very difficult to maintain financially. With as many cities as there are now, and all these roads that are established, more traditional trades sort of beats it in a lot of ways, but it means you can't get certain things in certain places now. Regardless of if the demand is decent. Well, yeah. Why specifically grapes?
I remember a post about a grape, and my boss had to tell me what a grape was, so...
See, that's what I'm talking about. That shouldn't be that difficult. Did you know we have grapes in Setsegia?
No, I really
didn't.
Who
else didn't know that? 99% of Setsegia. They would be ecstatic to have grapes in the east. And we could get them there, but the situation's not great, yes? And so, when you have these mobile towns and things, you can move certain products better than other people can. But it's a risk. It takes a lot of funding, especially now, to start something. Most of them have settled and become towns, hamlets, villages, or it grew into cities in the last 100 years. I'm getting a chance to start a new one. I'm going to go from here, first, all the way... Notes. From here, all the way to Mahansaik, up in the northwest. Now, there's already a road there. There's some insights we've gotten for products that they really want, and some things that we can move there, but really the main reason... Stupid alarm, shut up.
It's midnight, get it.
Main reason we're going is to sort of galvanize this group. We have a lot of different smaller groups, smaller traders and caravans and things, all joining this effort. This one thing we do, we show them this page. It shows them the truth of this effort, the proof of concept. Then we can become something more cohesive. We take the next leg of the journey to a place that there's no road leading to. At least, not from Mahansaik. We'll go from there all the way across the Olongo confluence, where all those rivers are in the north. I think Clint, Mr. Markham, He owns there's that spot up here that he got this registered as like a historical thing. Like, him and Dorat are kind of in like a deal about it. But that's up there. We're going to actually get to go past to that. Most people don't get to see it. But we'll be going all the way to Dayan. Cuts right through there. There's some more people we're gonna get to see. There's a lot of moving parts, but it's all coming together. I still have so much to do. There's like 7 different contracts I have to still write. I have to write those up tonight, so I'm going to be up very late. But,
oh wow!
I still have to hire I think we need maybe a dozen more guards. And he pauses. Oh my gosh, what the fuck am I thinking? You're right here. How long is this job you're on?
Oh, well, it's at the very least to the festival.
The festival? That's not good. Look, okay, so, regardless, I don't know, maybe you work something out. You say snake?
Yep.
Yeah, he did a redeem hydrate.
So I drank the waters.
I just didn't hear you. I was like, there's not a snake behind me. Like, what are you talking about?
There is now, buddy. There is now. No, there's just one on my computer. Just sitting here on the laptop. Be like, what's up, bud? It was warm. It crawled up here. It was
you were just doing hand motions, and I heard snake, and you're pointing. I was like, no.
What?
Solid?
My name on
no. Hi, Snake.
Colonel.
But he's fucking hell. That threw me off so.
It did. I said at least to the festival.
He's like, look, maybe you have to work something out with Mr. Wasif, but I need people who are capable and dependable, who have integrity, who have skill. I need Lamias. And I told you that if I had something come up, that you would be the first person I talk to. And look, I wasn't your first visit when you got into the city. Maybe I didn't talk to you first. We've both been busy. But you're here now, and I would love to have you in on this. Like, think about it. This isn't like you just go and do a thing for 2 or 3 days. This is like guaranteed work for years. You can build a legacy off of this. We become wealthy enough. We can found a town. That is not a thing most people can do. Like, I'm getting overly excited. Okay, there's a lot of work to do. Maybe we don't get there, but it's a chance.
Yeah, it sounds like something that's pretty amazing. Sounds like it's not only a good opportunity, but I mean, a great way to help, I guess, our continent in general.
Which is wonderful. But Lamia, I want you to think for Lamia for a moment. Look what it could do for you. You came out here trying to build a legacy. Trying to find a way to do things like how your father did. Going to distant places and tackling challenges that other people couldn't or wouldn't. We will be doing that. I will be doing that. But you've met me. I am no fighter. Punches scare me, let alone swords and teeth and fire and all of that stuff. But that stuff, it's like baby steps for you. I think you were born for this job. I think you were born for this.
I'm stunned, Batu. Yeah, I can definitely think on this.
Alright, that's fair. I guess it's a big decision, but who better to be hired by, really, you know? I mean, yes, technically it is working for Dorot Acquisitions, but you would be working under me. And you trust me, right?
Yeah. Of course I trust you, Batu.
Right.
But-
What are you mouthing over there?
I was saying insight check, then I remembered. Oh, Sans motor. You could trust me, right? Never
No,
before have I heard of things
here
like, nah,
is the
Sans
problem.
motive.
Here's the problem. I've had a recent upheaval in my own real life. So in my head, I'm thinking, oh no, CEO is Dorat. Well, Batu is my supervisor.
Yeah.
Guess who gets to make the final call to anything?
That's basically the situation.
Yeah.
Would I work
He's
for
not
Dave?
independent now. Yeah.
Would I work for Dave if his boss was Jeffrey Epstein? No.
Hey, look, my boss is a wonderful individual. Don't be talking
No.
shade.
Yeah, it's like, you know,
Takes
would
good
I work
care
for
of me.
Dave? Sure. Would I work for Dave if Dave worked for Nestle? No.
No.
Then you're working for Nestle.
Because then I'm just working for Nestle.
Yeah.
But
With extra,
then again,
it's just working for Nestle with extra steps.
right. Now, granted, this is not a modern corporation, right? They don't quite have that reach, but a lot. It's big. It's about as close as you're gonna get.
It's only Comrade Shores to explain to them why capitalism is inherently evil in the struggle of the proletariat.
Look, I understand. Think about it for a while. You know where to find me. I will be. I am trying to get moving in a month.
Oh yeah.
Trying. It's
Yeah.
going to be very difficult, but I really want to get going. So, if you make a decision before, you know what? If it is the day we're leaving, I will hand you a contract if you come to me.
Excuse me.
I don't care. And if for some reason you can't make that, maybe try to find me in Mahan Saik. Eh? The door is
Yeah.
open.
Thank you so much, Batu.
You do see this like little bit of kind of like disappointment, and there's like almost like there's a question, but he doesn't. He just leaves it. Just, all right, good. That's all I can ask. All right, like I said, contracts and all that. It was good to see you. Pat you on the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go figure out how much I just agreed to pay for the biggest fucking shorts I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, Sam's definitely gonna be jealous that I saw that. The comrade, right?
Well, bring him by. Yeah. I'm buying his fucking shorts. He like walks backward out the door. But you have your lunch. And, hey,
Nice.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Snake.
Snake.
that was nice of you.
Yeah, thank you.
He walks backward out the door, and you're able to finish your lunch. You recognize some of the help that's around there. They chat with you a little bit, so you're not just like sitting there eating by yourself going, fuck.
Right.
This dude basically just offered me a 6-figure contract to work for the devil.
Oh,
And then I'm assuming
Oh, no,
you head
we're
back.
working
that just,
devil?
that just brings up the question.
Yeah,
how
then
much
I'm
money would it
gonna
take you to
head back.
I mean, I'll work for the
Actually-
devil for 6 figures. Work for Nestle?
Actually, before I head back,
No, I ain't
I'm
about that.
going
Jeffrey
to
Bezos,
try.
no. The devil, sure.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Sorry.
I'm gonna try and find a place that sells healing potions, because
Oh,
I
no.
remember that somebody needs a healing potion now because he had to use it.
Maybe.
You
Still have the bottle.
can... Hold on, let me check the population here.
I put in my inventory after I had that potion a grossly expensive decorated bottle.
Yeah.
Bottle I got.
I'm gonna use that for
Williams
like
and
a
Sonoma.
vase. I'm gonna, like, you know.
So... Okay, from here... Okay, give me... All three of you, actually. Give me a D100.
Ooh.
This place is not particularly known for... damn.
Molly crit failed.
Or I crit succeeded.
Nah, you crit failed. In D100
If we were
games,
running a
it is-
D100
it is
system.
usually bad to roll above a 90.
Yes, but this
How many
isn't
times did I
a-
fucking botch Sunday?
No.
Was it
Um,
3? I know
yeah,
it was
that
2
is-
of them were in a row.
It was 3
Two of them were in a
I
times.
row.
think about D100, so.
I
I roll good in D100 games because I roll low.
But here, a 99 is fucking crazy.
Snake
Hell
asked
yeah.
for if there's a bot so he can roll.
Oh,
I'm a bot.
I
What?
don't think I. Hold on, did that activate?
I have a. Hold on.
I was trying to set that up, but I don't think I got to finish it.
Here you go. Here's the bot, Snake.
Look at him. He's making
anyways.
jokes.
I know,
I have
right?
I have the dice parser in the
Oh,
Discord.
I could have reached less far, and I could have just grabbed the Necron. That would have been easier.
So,
It's
Snake,
right in front of me.
If you want to roll in the Discord,
We'll look at it.
jump in. Just jump into the storm discussion, and you can roll by typing. Oh gosh, hold on. I haven't used dice parser in forever.
It's just. It should be just /R.
/R. Yeah, there it
Yeah.
goes.
Ugh.
Wait, did you actually roll a 100?
You super crit failed, but this is good for this.
Is that your actual roll, or did you just type? Did it just type 100?
I think it typed 100
Okay,
because the
okay, it
lower
wasn't.
one
It
says
doesn't have the
details.
details thing. Yeah, now there it is.
There we go.
That one did work. Yeah, 30. Okay,
Good job, Snake.
fine. Because I needed a fourth one. I was going to do it, but since you brought that up, that's cool. So we got 27, a 99, a 78, and a 30. So you are able to find a few places with healing potions. Let's see. With the 99, one of them is going to give you a free sample.
Well, that's super nice of them.
It is not like a full healing potion, mind you.
Mhm.
Shot glass.
Yeah.
A little, like a
Yeah.
hotel mini
It's
bar.
like this little tiny bottle that will heal exactly 2 hit points.
Okay.
You know, that's
Yeah.
better than nothing.
Let me.
That is better
Right.
than nothing.
Just for free. So that's something. That's
You know,
crazy.
you know what they say.
2
If
HP.
it's for free,
Okay.
it's for me.
And then otherwise, you can buy up to 3 Cure Light Wounds potions if you can afford them.
Let's see. And how much were they? They're 100 each, right? Or no. Sorry.
50.
Oh, 50.
50 each. I can't afford them, so I will buy all 3.
Okay.
Uh,
These are not all at the same place. This place doesn't like manufacture potions like that.
Yeah.
Because if like you couldn't find these, you could then go and try to find some like herbal remedies and other things like that that are much more prevalent, but they aren't going to instant heal you like cure potions will.
Are herbal remedies legal here?
Not everybody. So we are.
Okay. But yeah, I'll have
Uh,
bought those potions and head home. I mean, head back to the house.
Okay. Once you get back, around that 2-hour mark, you guys meet in the dining room, and we'll pick up next time with your conversation with Rugeki.
Heck yeah.
Or maybe shortly before that, if you guys wanted to talk about any of your individual experiences, but that'll have to wait until next time.
Yep.
yeah.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Yep. Thank you again,
appreciate
everybody in the chat. Appreciate
Be sure
you.
to share your
every time.
stars and wishes in our Discord, which there's a link
Somebody
to in the
solve the snail thing, because I know I lost money on it. So
chat.
Oh yeah, that
'cause
that was
Molly Giselle is the one who won that. Anyways,
Oh,
so
yeah.
the other thing,
oof.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram,
YouTube.
YouTube replays are up on Mondays.
Like,
Also
comment, and
on-
subscribe. You know, all
on
those good stuff.
Mondays. It's very likely that I'll be on here painting nonsense
Yeah.
because I need to
There it
get
is.
models done. And if I do that on Mondays, it'll make me do it.
Also, something I haven't talked to anyone about because I just thought of it like earlier today.
Oh, and there's a
Um,
Patreon.
Oh yeah, we do have a Patreon.
You should check that
Exists.
out.
Check that out if you want to give us money.
I will
um,
find the link for it.
It's not just to give us money. Obviously, you get some things out of it.
But mostly
But,
it's to give us money.
Mostly just to give us money because we don't have any. Shasta still won't sponsor us.
I know.
Yeah.
How dare they?
Shasta
How
Pool.
dare they? Yes.
Actually,
This
I might
is-
actually.
This is a robbery. Snake, that's exactly what this is. I prefer to say
I guess so.
The X makes it sound cooler.
But no, not the Patreon thing. I mean, yes, that, but that isn't what I was gonna say. I'm thinking about doing, because we have our game that we play on Fridays also, that Dave runs. But that also has off weeks, and I'm thinking of on those off weeks doing a stream where I work on some lore for our Shard game.
Lore.
For our making
Lore
RPG thing. Just
With
straight lore
context.
stuff, not
Cool.
any mechanics. Because
That's fun.
We gotta double up for mechanics, but
Well, I'm sure Ellie will want to be there if she can help it.
it'll just be an occasional thing. I just was thinking about it the other day, and there's just so much work that needs to be done, and a lot of it isn't.
My internet connection is unstable.
Oh. Well, everyone's hand is dying.
Yeah.
So-
And my
Thank you,
internet's also
Snake.
unstable.
and his internet is unstable. But yeah, let's find somebody to raid, and we will bid you all good night until next Tuesday.
Heck yeah.
Venture once again
EDH Adventures is still playing.
into the store,
It is playing.
which would have been a really good sign off. Except I haven't found anybody to raid yet because I'm still bringing the page up. Yeah, we'll raid ADH Adventures. Why not? That's a good name.
Yeah.
We almost had several similar names.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing Durgeons and Dargons. Wait a minute.
Yeah, we were almost Durgans and Dargans.
That's
Instead, we weren't.
legally
We were
distinct.
Legally
But-
distinct.
What else were
Not
we almost?
I don't know. We had a lot of
Uh,